Hey, from the northern section, we're at Butte College in Oroville, California, and we're ready for the Division II championship game, a rematch of last year. The Yreka Miners once again taking on the Sutter Huskies. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us wherever you're watching the action from around the world. If you've been with us all day, kudos. It's been a long one, but 3 baseball games in a day if you're a baseball fan. Nothing wrong with that. If you're joining us for the first time, I'm Jeff Kurtz alongside Greg Olivier. Our producer today is Jared Wright and Jason Devine, the man behind the camera, bringing you all the pictures on this gorgeous day here at Butte College. We've seen 2 good baseball games so far. Maxwell ran away with the first one 8-0. Our last game was broken open late 9-5, a win for Calusa. Now, Sutter, can they repeat, or Yreka looking for their first championship in baseball, and this will be their 3rd attempt?
Yeah, a lot riding on today's game. Hopefully they can get the demon off their back. You know, when you lose to a team and you face them again and again, and it just weighs on your mind. So it's a mental hump as well as a physical one too. But if you can overcome that, though, you have a great shot at winning today's game.
And we have 2 good pitchers that are going to be on the mound today. Trenton McDaniel is going to be throwing for Sutter, and Cody Hoff throwing for the Yreka Miners. Jason Freitas in his 8th year at the helm of the Miners, completing the umpires meeting, and Mark Renfrey also in his 8th year for Sutter, heading back to his dugout. So a lot of similarities between these 2 teams. Last year, Yreka fell 5-0. What do they need to do, Greg, to prevail against Sutter, the defending champion?
Well, it seems very cliche, but go out there, throw strikes, manufacture runs, and do the little things right. You do those things and you take care of yourself, a lot of good things will happen for your baseball club. Hopefully they can get over the hump today and beat Sutter.
Well, as Sutter takes the field, let's start with the starting lineup for Yreka and then get you the defensive alignment for the Sutter Huskies. Cade Parker is going to be batting first for the Miners. He's playing shortstop. Michael Schuler is the second baseman. He will bat second. Christian Charles, the first baseman, bats third. Gabe Durney, the center fielder, will bat fourth. Cody Hoff, as we mentioned, the pitcher, he will bat fifth today. Dustin Joachim is the designated hitter. He is batting in place of Tevin Cadola, the third baseman. At the high school level, you can bat for any position player, and that doesn't just have to be the pitcher. And you can also go ahead and bat and not use the designated hitter at all. So it's actually Dustin Joachim, as Matt Jesperson is the catcher. He bats seventh. Michael Elfkin is the right fielder. He will bat eighth. And Evan Bossinger is the left fielder. He will bat ninth. And then we go around the horn for Sutter first. Trenton McDaniel on the mound, a record of 7-0 this year, 8 starts, 6 complete games, and you got to see his ERA with a microscope, 0.78, Greg. He'll be throwing to Logan Worm behind the plate. Matt Sanders at third base, Brad Bonenfant at shortstop, Randy Post second base, Nathan Ehlers at first. In the outfield, Hayden Heilman in left, Jason Selesky in center, Colton Mitten in right. Our umpiring crew today, Lonnie Williams behind the plate, Brandon Nault down at first base, and the third base umpire is Steve Brown. And we are set and ready to go, and stepping in is Cade Parker, and his first pitch that he's going to see from Trenton McDaniel, who's got a little heat on his fastball, is going to miss outside for ball 1.
Yeah, a lot of movement on that fastball. Maybe once again, beginning of the game jitters here, a little amped up, but he seems to
amp that one in there for strike 1.
Seemed to compose himself very nicely and hit that last one.
Cade Parker, his 100th plate appearance right here in this championship game, and he's going to look at one on the outside corner for strike 2, 1-2. Parker batting .329 this season. Parker awaiting the 1-2, and he's going to foul this one off sharply down the right field line.
A little bit late. The outfielders seem to be playing straight up, though, for Parker here. Not shifting either way, left or right, to pull or to be late on the ball.
Parker, a sophomore, and the 1-2 pitch is in the dirt and outside, and it's going to be smothered by Logan Worm, and the count evens at 2-2. Parker batting from that right-hand side, as you can see. Outfield playing him straight away. Infield shading him slightly to right. The 2-2 pitch is going to be poked foul, again down that right field side, and the count remains 2-2.
Very good at bat here by Parker. To see a lot of pitches, once again, for your leadoff hitter is very important to get up there and kind of gauge a feel on what this pitcher's throwing so he can report back to the rest of the dugout.
gives your guys in the dugout as well a lot of looks at what McDaniel is throwing. Here's one to the second baseman. Nice job fielding that last hop, and throwing over to first base is Randy Post to make the first out of the top of the first inning. Parker retired 4-3, and that'll bring Michael Schuler to the plate. Schuler batting .330 with 22 runs driven in this year, 12 doubles to lead the team. He's also added a triple and a home run. Second on the team in doubles behind Gabe Durney, who's batting fourth in the lineup today.
Yeah, and we'll talk about a little bit more about Gabe Durney when he steps into the plate. But for right now, Schuler taking ball one.
Schuler awaits the 1-0. This is going to be up the middle, going to be grabbed and kicked by the shortstop. Long throw, got to hustle that throw, and a nice job by Brad Bonenfant staying with the play and gets Schuler by a half step.
What a great arm there shown by Bonenfant. Bobbled the ball, recovered it, and made a strike throw to Ehlers at first.
So Bonenfant records the second out, and that brings Christian Charles to the plate. And Charles, a senior, almost at 400, batting .391. He's going to take that first pitch, lofted in the air. Sanders might have a play on it at third. He's lining it up. He makes the catch, and that handles Christian Charles. He's got to learn to wait another pitch or two so we can talk about him a little bit, give him some airtime before he's done. But he pops out to third base, and that will end the top half of the first inning. We'll now turn our attention to the bottom half of the inning, and let's give you the starting lineups. First, for the Sutter Huskies, the home team today, a record of 28-3. Jason Selesky will lead off. He is going to be playing center field today. Randy Post, second baseman, batting second. Colton Minton is the right fielder. He will bat third in the order. Nathan Ehlers, the first baseman, will bat fourth. Hayden Heilman is the left fielder. He bats fifth. Matt Sanders, the third baseman, will bat sixth. Lucas Cryer is going to be the designated hitter for the catcher Logan Worm. He's batting in the seventh spot in the order. Brad Bonenfant is the shortstop, batting eighth, and Trenton McDaniel, the pitcher, will bat ninth. Meanwhile, for the Yreka Miners, 18-13-2 this year. Their starting battery, Cody Hoff, will be throwing to Matt Jesperson behind the plate. Hoff, 5-3 this year, 5 complete games and 10 starts, a 2.69 earned run average. And both of these pitchers have their full complement of innings for the week, which are 10. So no danger of only being able to, they've only got 4 innings left. At the high school level, you do have an innings limit, not a pitch count limit, but an innings limit, at least in the northern section. Around the diamond, Tevin Cadola is over at third base, Cade Parker at short. Michael Schuler, second baseman, Christian Charles at first. Evan Bossinger in left field, Gabe Durney in center, and Michael Elfkin is in right. And Coach Renfrey telling us before the game, Greg, that the one key for their team is playing good defense, getting good pitching, check, and then scratching out a couple of runs, and that might be slightly understated. This is a very good hitting ball club.
Yeah, don't let him fool you. Don't let him talk you down there. Very good hitting ball club, and if they can get the bats alive, then they'll be in a good position to repeat as champs.
Well, it was a quick 1-2-3 inning for McDaniel,
which is good for a pitcher.
Yeah, that's the first time we haven't seen that in the top of an inning, top of the first inning in our other 2 games. Each team scoring 3 runs in the top half of the inning. Maxwell did against Chester in the first game of the day, and then Calusa saw that happen to them in the last game by winners. But then Calusa was able to come back and get 4 in the bottom half of the first.
Well, I was thinking maybe the nerves would be up, though, but no, he came out there, pitched strong. He only threw 10 pitches, a lot of strikes, was pounding the strike zone, and got great defensive help up the middle. So,
well, Cody Hoff is a senior on this team and pitched in last year's game, and we'll see if the memory is long or short for Mr. Hoff, who will be attending Feather River College next year, continuing his career at the community college level. And Hoff set to face Jason Selesky. So Selesky in, the left-hander, looks at the first pitch and drops a bunt down to the third base side, and he is going to beat that one out. Nice job as Hoff came off the mound, but a perfect bunt by Selesky, and he's got an infield single.
Excellent placement of the bunt. That was, I don't think you could even throw it or roll it out there more perfect than where he put it. And good speed right there, so he was able to reach base, no problem.
And now coming to the plate is Randy Post. And Post batting .444, 26 runs driven in, 10 doubles, 3 triples, a homer.
Those are gaudy numbers
They
for
are.
a number 2 hitter.
Absolutely, and just 86 plate appearances as well. That's 6th on the team.
So very good. Just strong at bats. He probably has a very good eye too. Just seeing the ball well and really striking it well to have that many doubles.
This pitch is going to be up and in, ball 1. Keeping an eye on Selesky, who we barely had a chance to talk about. Again, some media guy's got to do a little work with these batters and let them know, hey, we got to, don't go right away. We got to talk about you a little bit first. But keeping an eye on Selesky over at first base, 22 stolen bases in 24 attempts to lead the team.
Yeah, he's got a really good lead, too. He's got really jumpy feet, too. Let's see if he'll take off here.
He will not, and showing bunt, and there's a strike, and getting him at first base, Jesperson throws down and gets Selesky, who thought Post had laid it down and strayed too far. Off the bag. First out of the inning. Nice play by Jesperson.
Good backdoor throw there by Jesperson to record the out. Selesky just got caught in no man's land. Really got a good lead and thought that maybe got the bunt down and was head to second base and just got hung up to dry.
Great recognition by Jesperson to get that throw down, as well as the first baseman, Christian Charles. So 1 down in the inning, and the 1-1 count to Post is a breaking ball swung on a miss for strike 2, and that's given Hoff a little bit more confidence out there. Always that first out can be toughest as a pitcher, and getting that right there on a great play by your defense after you surrender a bunt single is a good way to go. Setting up outside is Jesperson. Post looking at a pitch from Hoff, and it's going to miss outside 2-2.
Good eye. Yeah, and like you were stating, that getting that first out just kind of calms the nerves down. Hey, all right, we're playing baseball now, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. Post. The 2-2 pitch coming from Hoff. And this one is swung on a miss, strike 3 in the dirt. Jesperson's going to throw down to first, and that retires Post. So 2 down, and Jesperson and Charles have been making quite the connection here in the first inning. 2 times retired at first base, and now the batter is Colton Minton. And Minton getting a quick scouting report from Post. Minton batting .448, 40 runs driven in. That's tied for first on the team. 13 doubles, 3 triples, 7 home runs. And that's also tied for first on the team. So we got a lot of power on this Sutter Ball Club.
Yeah, if he gets the fastball he likes, I'm pretty sure he's going to take it.
And then he's going to drop a bunt down and throw off our slugging numbers, and he's going to throw off the Yreka defense. As Cadola was probably looked at the same scouting report we did and was playing deep, and there's the second hit of the game, and both infield singles on bunts. With 2 down in the inning, Nathan Ehlers to the plate, and Ehlers, the other half of that 3-4 combo here in the batting order with some pop. And Ehlers, 7 home runs as well, 12 doubles, 3 triples. His teammate Minton leads him by 1 double. Ehlers batting .518.
Yeah, the third baseman doesn't even seem ready, set. Those were both bunts for hits. They weren't sacrificing anything. So
no.
But
you don't usually think your number 3 hitter is going to be bunting.
Right, absolutely. And that's probably why he got caught a little flat-footed and not really ready to charge. Like I said, the hot corner is a very tough position, especially if a team can lay down bunts like that and then turn around and rocket one at you and short hockey or something. So no envy by me for Cadola over there for third.
No balls and a strike on Ehlers. Quick throw over a moment ago. Minton dove back in safely. 2 down in the inning. We are scoreless in the bottom of the first. The pitch. And that's going to be low, 1-1. Outfield is playing Ehlers straight away. Infield doing so as well. And then Cadola even with the bag at third. Hoff checks first. Setting up outside is Jesperson. Here's the pitch. That's going to be high and away, and Jesperson faking that throw. And be wary of this young man's arm.
Yeah, live, but Hoff has got a live arm on the bump there. That ball is moving a lot, so that makes it really tough for a hitter when you think a ball's going to be a fastball and straight, and then it tails off at the end. Makes it really difficult for any kind of hitter to really get it.
And our Jason Freitas is coming out to talk to Lonnie Williams, the home plate umpire. I don't know if he's talking about count. He might be, and I think his catcher Jesperson telling him, yeah, we're good at 2-1, but at first I thought that might be a lineup card question, but it was clearly Ehlers. I mean, we saw the card ourselves, and that was correct. So it was probably a conversation about if the count was really 2-1, and that is actually the case. So Ehlers a little bit ahead. Here's the pitch from Hoff. Breaking ball down the line. That's a fair ball. That's going to go into the corner, and that's going to be 2 bases for Ehlers, who's on his horse. And here's the throw into third base. Minton is going to stop right there, and Ehlers has his 13th double of the year. And now runners at second and third with 2 down for Hayden Heilman.
Really good piece of hitting there by Ehlers to turn on one, and Codolo didn't seem like he was ready for that ball at all. And by the time he reacted, it was already by him. Good shot there.
Yeah, that was a quick one down the line. Even though it was a ground ball and it took a pretty significant hop, it wasn't a slow-moving ground ball by any stretch.
No.
And Heilman, the batter, batting .412 this season. He's got a big RBI opportunity, 27 of them on the year so far.
Close stance once again for Heilman, and we talked about that as well. This helps you
see the ball well like that. This is a deep drive left field, and pulling it down at the edge of the warning track is Evan Bossinger. Nice job tracking that by Bossinger, and that ends the first inning. But, wow, a nice shot on that one by Heilman, but he leaves 2 on base on a great play by Bossinger. That completes 1. You're following the action from the northern section right here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying today? Tell your school to sign up for the Play on Sports school broadcast program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
It'll be Gabe Durney, Cody Hoff, and then Dustin Yoakum, who are set to face Trent McDaniel in the top half of the second inning. A 1-2-3 inning for McDaniel in the top of the first. A couple of ground outs and a pop out in foul territory to third base, so pretty easy inning for McDaniel.
And Durney, the number 4 hitter, is in the top 5 of all offensive categories in the section.
In Division II, that's right. Yeah, Durney is very, very productive, batting .453 this year. He's got 15 doubles. He's got 5 homers. He's got a triple. 36 runs driven in, leading the team. His amount of doubles lead the team. His home runs lead the team. 37 runs scored. That's second on the team to Charles, who has 41. And Gabe Durney stepping in there in the 4th spot in the order, the center fielder. And the first pitch for McDaniel is a breaking ball that is going to miss high, ball 1.
Yeah, not a bad idea to start him off with something a little off speed to change the level of that ball.
Pitch is going to be low this time, and the count's 2-0. After Durney, Hoff, as I mentioned, Dustin Yoakum, the designated hitter, to bat third in the inning. 4, 5, and 6 in the order for Yreka. This one is going to be high, 3-0. And right now McDaniel is trying to stay up on Durney and then down on Durney, but he doesn't want any piece of Durney in the heart of the plate.
No, not at all. You don't want to make a mistake anywhere where he can drive one here.
And that is ball 4. So Durney gets a 4-pitch walk, and that is the first base runner of the game for Yreka.
Still want to make it. Still want to keep him honest, though. Want to mix in a strike or 2 if possible. But hey, you're in position to turn a double play here and help yourself out.
And Durney has stolen 9 bases in 11 attempts this season. Now the batter is Hoff, the pitcher. Hoff batting .318, 23 runs batted in, 2 homers, 3 doubles. And this one's fouled straight back, 0-1.
Good cut there by Hoff. Soft fastball and went right after it. So I guess the take sign wasn't really on even after a 4-pitch walk.
Well, I think that 4-pitch walk was not because McDaniel lacked control, but because he did not want to give Durney anything good to hit. The 0-1. Durney's running, swung on and missed. Might have been a hit and run. The ball gets away from Worm, and Durney down to second base. So regardless of the outcome of this at-bat for Hoff, if he gets out here, he's at least been at the plate when Durney's advanced to scoring position. The count now 0-2.
And that's what you really want. They hit and run small, and that air quote small ball is what they seem to be doing. Even as Durney was rolling into second base, he was looking back to see if that ball was actually hit or anything. So that's usually a good telltale sign if the runner that's stealing the base is looking in to see if the ball's hit.
1 ball and 2 strikes. That pitch a little bit outside. And Durney with a little bit of a lead out there. Outfield is shading Hoff to right. And so is the second baseman Post. He's in the hole a little bit on that right-hand side. Breaking ball, and then, of course, it's hit to shortstop. Bonenfant kicks the ball, and over at first base is Hoff. Durney rounds and then holds at third. That's the second one that Bonenfant has had trouble with. The first time he bobbled it and was able to, with a good arm, get the base runner, Michael Schuler, in the first inning out at first, but by a half step. This time, though, unable to come up with a play, and Dustin Yoakum at the plate, and a big opportunity for Yreka to get on the board. They have gone 8 innings against this Sutter team dating back to last year's championship game without a run, and they would like to break that stat right now.
I wouldn't be surprised if hit and run was on here just to get stuff moving and get things going.
There's a strike to Yoakum. Yoakum, the designated hitter, again batting for the third baseman, Tevin Cadola. Yoakum, .356 this season, 14 runs driven in, 2 extra base hits, a double and a triple. Hoff with the lead at first. He's staying put, and this pitch is going to be low and in, 1-1.
Oh, good eye. Let that pitch go. I thought maybe he was going to offer at it, especially after the first pitch strike was right down the heart.
Jesperson, the catcher, in the on-deck circle. Nobody out in the inning. Runners at the corners. This pitch right on the outside corner for a strike. Nice job by Logan Worm framing that thing.
Absolutely. That was excellent. That's a tough pitch to hit. Anything, maybe foul it off. Hopefully, maybe poke it into the hole to the right side. But unless you're an experienced hitter, there's nothing you can do with that.
He wanted to give Lonnie Williams a big, long look at that one. This one's going to be bounced high over the third baseman's head and into left field for a single, and Yreka is on the board.
And
that is a great start for the Miners. And an RBI for Yoakum on the single to left. And I think it looked like Sanders misjudged that a little bit. He started to come in on the ball at third base. Maybe he thought it was not going to – maybe it took a different hop than he anticipated.
Maybe on the field that he's played in is dead in the area right there where it hit, because it hit and then it just took off. So
Jesperson looking to bunt the runners over, and he's going to foul one off for strike 1. So runners at first and second. Hoff at second. Yoakum at first. Jesperson this year, a .310 batting average, 64 plate appearances. He has driven in 13 runs, 7 doubles. But right now, just looking to move the guys over. He's showing bunt, peels back, shows bunt again, drops it down. A good one, and that one is going to be for a base hit.
That was excellent.
Sanders got caught in no man's land at third. He started to come in. He started to back up. He was covering third base, and it was too far for McDaniel to get there. So Jesperson, a bunt single. And that's our third one of this game.
True definition of small ball, right? And when you talk to the coaches and they say, yeah, we play small ball, we're a scrappy team, but then they have maybe 2 attempts at a bunt. Here, we got bunts for base hits, and that's not typical for a baseball team.
And here is Michael Elfkin taking strike 1. Elfkin batting just .207 this year in 39 plate appearances. 6 hits, 2 runs batted in, 1 double. And a big RBI opportunity right here. With just those 2 RBIs, a base hit, he's going to double that total. Right up the middle, and it hits the rubber into center field. 1 runner in. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's going to be cut off by the first baseman. If that had gone through, they might have gotten Yoakum at home plate, but instead it's cut off by the first baseman, Ehlers. 2 runners are in, and Yreka's got an early 3-0 lead. And Michael Elfkin, congratulations. You've doubled your RBI total with that 1 swing, a single to center field.
He'll take that. Yeah, I don't know if the first baseman lets that go.
That looked like it was going to get in.
That ball was hit really, really hard. The center fielder got a good jump and made it a great throw to the plate. It was just cut by the first baseman.
Yeah, I wonder if Suleski on that throw. Well, actually, I wonder if Ehlers coming across heard cut. Suleski with a throw from center field. Now the batter is Evan Bossinger. Bossinger showing bunt and is going to lay off a curveball high, ball one. So runners at first and second. Elfkin at first. Jesperson at second. Nobody out. 3 runs in.
Looks like Bossinger is using a wood bat, too. You don't see that.
You have the option.
You don't see that too often at the high school level.
Yeah, I'm doing a check on that, but that looks to be the case. Well, maybe the wood bat gives him an opportunity on. I don't know if is that my bunting bat or is that my swing away bat? I don't know. Let's see. Bossinger showing bunt again. Outside 2-1. And then what happens if Bossinger gets to 2-2 and the bunt sign comes off? Does he ask for a new bat or does he stay with a wood?
He looks really comfortable with it. It looks like that's his bat of choice. So, hey, nothing wrong.
No, not at all.
Find something that works.
In the air, nice catch by the first baseman, Ehlers. Wow.
Great diving play by Ehlers coming in on the bunt attempt.
And that's the first out of the inning. And now Cade Parker back at the plate. And Parker grounded to second base in the first inning. We'll see if the bunt is on here.
With 2 outs and your leadoff hitter.
Only 1 out, though.
Oh, 1 out.
And so Parker's swinging away and swings right through a fastball for strike 1. Well, this is exactly what the doctor ordered for Yreka. Durney gets on, an error, then a single for a run, an infield single on a bunt that was supposed to be a sacrifice, then a 2 RBI single up the middle. And here's a throwback to second base, and boy, they had Jesperson, but the throw was offline.
Really good move there, and Bonifant had a great step and a lot of space in between. That's usually what a pitcher will look for as he looks back. He looks for the space in between the actual base and the runner, and if your shortstop can be in that position, then make the throw.
There's a curveball low and in, and the count is 1-1. 3 runs already across for Yreka. Top of the second inning. Outfield playing in a little bit. This pitch is going to be out, and the runners go, and the ball's thrown into left field, and here comes Jesperson. He is going to score, and it's a 4-0 game.
Wow, that was a double steal. I looked up, and both the runners were going. It was almost a delayed double steal.
Yeah, I don't know if was that just a straight double steal, or was that supposed to be a hit and run? Either Parker missed a sign, or that was just the runners going on a double steal.
Yeah, it looked like a double steal. Both the runners took off at the same exact time.
And here's a fly ball to right field that's going to fall foul. And the count will even at 2-2. So an error, the second of the inning. Jesperson now behind the plate with an error, not Jesperson, Logan Worm. This one's going to be fouled away right-hand side. Jesperson was the one who scored.
Yeah, all came all the way around from second. Once again, players in motion, making things happen. There's so many things that have to go right in that situation. The catcher needs to make a good catch behind the plate, come up, make a good throw to the third baseman. Third baseman's got to make a catch as well, and then apply a tag.
This one is a curveball fouled at the plate. Excuse me, folks. The count is actually 1-2, not 2-2. Still 1 out in the inning, though. 4 runs already across for Yreka, and they've got another one potentially at 90 feet away in the form of Michael Elfkin.
Yeah, I guess if Yreka was to be right in this book, this is exactly how you'd want it to go.
Boy, that was close. No, actually, strike 3 called. So a nice hesitation by Lonnie Williams. He paused for dramatic effect, and then Parker is caught looking for the second out of the inning. So now Michael Schuler is the batter.
I was going to say there was a lot of late movement on that ball. I'm surprised it was an actual ball, but the called strike 3 right there.
There's a lot of late movement by our umpire. I was already calling that ball too. This pitch is outside. 1-0. The batter is Schuler. Schuler almost reached, and his first at bat is Bonenfant bobbled the ball at shortstop, but was able to get the speedy Schuler by a half step. This one is low. Nice scoop by Worm, and the count is 2-0.
McDaniel needs to just settle down here, finish the inning off, and go in and get the sticks going. Like we said before, it's still early in the game.
Nice scoop by Worm. Good block, and it's 3-0.
And you have good sticks on your side, on Sutter's side. So get out of this inning, stop the bleeding, and then let's go hit.
Meanwhile, for Yreka, runs at a premium. This one's up and in, ball 4 on Schuler, so he walks. That's the second walk of the inning. And now, with Christian Charles coming to the plate, the number 3 hitter in the order, Yreka is batted around. And now we've got, heading out to the mound, the pitching coach for Sutter. That's Ray Arata, who's going to talk things over with McDaniel, who had a very easy 1-2-3 first and a much more stressful second inning.
Yeah, a lot of working, a lot of pitches being thrown this second inning. He's up to 30 in this inning. So
after how many in the first?
11 in the first.
So 3 times the amount of pitches from the first inning to the second inning. 41 through 2, and he's only gone an inning and 2/3 so far. But again, pitch count is not what's going to dictate how long McDaniel can stay in the game. He's got 10 innings to work with per section rules. It's an innings count, not a pitch count. But always good to keep an eye on that because that can impact people's stamina throughout the course of a game, even when you've got a rubber arm at the high school level.
Sure.
When you're made out of cartilage. Everything bounces back really quickly. Charles popped to third in his first at-bat in foul territory, and he takes strike 1 on the inside corner. Now, do you put Schuler in motion here with 2 outs? Or do you let your number 3 hitter swing away with a runner in scoring position?
Depends on what world you come from. If you're from sabermetrics, absolutely. Get stuff moving. Start stirring the pot.
This one's in the dirt, and nice block by Worm.
I'm sorry, if you're traditional people would want that runner in motion. Sabermetrics said, hey, let him swing away.
If Greg Olivier is your manager, the guy's running to second base, is that...
Absolutely. I say I like putting players in motion, opening holes.
This one's another bouncer over the third baseman's head. It's deja vu all over again for Sanders, who saw that happen earlier on in the inning, and an RBI single for Charles.
And now that just brings up Durney, who
started the inning.
Yes, and like you said, he is a threat, and now you have to pitch to him. You got nowhere to put him.
Well, you do have one base if you want to go and get to Hoff. This one's outside ball 1, so Durney has seen 5 pitches so far from McDaniel, and they've all been outside the strike zone. Center field, outfield playing straight away. This one is going to be fouled away sharply over the right field, first base dugout, and the count's 1-1. So the 10th batter of the inning for Yreka. They've got 5 runs up on the board, 2 outs.
This is excellent for Yreka.
Breaking ball is going to be low and in, 2-1. Oh, absolutely for Yreka. I mean, last year the Miners lose 5-0. Now they're up 5-0 in the second inning. They're making one of the top pitchers for Sutter throw a lot of pitches.
And when you throw a lot of pitches, your arm does start to get tired.
Oh, Durney gets a good look. Sanders is going to try to get the tag, and he did not get the tag on the runner coming from second, Schuler. Wow. The wheels have fallen off the apple cart a little bit here for Sutter defensively in this inning.
Whew. Tough plays over at third. You had 2 bouncers that get over his head, and then you got just kind of indiscretion there by the third baseman on where to go with that ball. You want to play those situations out in your head, really, and say, hey, if I get a ball hit to me, what am I going to do with it? So if he doesn't play those kinds of games, then that kind of indecision happens. Now you got all runners safe.
Fielder's choice is the ruling on that one. First pitch was a ball, second pitch was a ball. And the batter, Cody Hoff, who reached on an error on his first at-bat, that was in the second inning. We're still in the second inning. The 2-0, 3-0. And if I'm Hoff, I'm taking my next 2 right here.
Absolutely. Yeah,
a walk scores another run.
I think McDaniels is just getting tired. I don't see any action in the bullpen or anything, so they might just stick with him.
Ball 4. There's the walk and another run in and an RBI for Hoff. So scoring is Schuler. And the score is 6-0. And the batter is Dustin Yoakum.
And a courtesy runner has come out for the pitcher, Hoff. Tyler Johnson.
So Johnson running at first, and Yoakum is going to swing and foul off strike 1.
We do see some activity now in the Sutter bullpen.
See if we can get a name of that player in just a moment. This pitch is going to be outside. Throw down to third, and diving back in safely is Christian Charles. Sacks are full of minors. Here's the pitch to Yoakum. That's in the dirt. Nice block by Worm. And the count is now 2-1.
And they got Lucas Cryer up in the bullpen right now, warming up.
Well, this is the 12th batter in the inning. And a hitter's count on 2-1. And this one up and in and almost hit Yoakum, and it's 3-1.
Ooh, I thought I grazed him, but like I said, as a hitter, you want to hit.
Boy, McDaniel's throwing a whole game in this one inning with the number of pitches he's accumulating.
He's up to 44 this inning.
That one's well outside, and another run has been walked in. And Charles scores, and the RBI, the second of the game for Yoakum, and Jesperson's the batter. And I think Coach Renfrey is going to pull McDaniel. This is the second visit to the mound he has to now. And so heading out is Matt Sanders is coming to the dugout, as is the catcher, Logan Worm. And we'll see who comes out to the mound here for Sutter. It is going to be Lucas Cryer. So we got some movement going around here. Cryer is going to start to loosen up a little bit. But McDaniel, what a tough outing. Boy, his first inning was fantastic. But his second inning, a lot tougher. And Lucas Cryer will now be the pitcher. This is a guy who came into the game 7-0 with a .78, 0.78 earned run average, 6 complete games in 8 starts. But struggles here, and now Lucas Cryer out on the mound.
Yeah, he just seemed to lose everything there in the middle of that inning, and he just couldn't get that final out. A lot of this was done with 2 outs. It's just tough to see him go through this. So,
well, Cryer, also a senior, 10-0 in 11 appearances, 10 of them starts. So he's obviously a very good pitcher as well. And what's the earned run average for Mr. Cryer? Not as good as McDaniel's 3.86, but still you can't. That 10-0 is not something to turn your nose up at, and he's going to see if he can shut down the rest of this inning. Yreka already 7 runs in. And we're still waiting to see who's going to end up where, as Matt Sanders came in from third base and Logan Worm came in from catcher. And they have yet to reappear.
A lot of moving parts here.
Yes.
For Coach Renfro. There's a lot of things that have to happen right now. So
yeah, Coach Renfrey's trying to sort it all out there in the dugout. And meanwhile, Cryer's throwing to Forrest Smith, one of the backup catchers on the team, and he's getting him loose. What an inning this has been for Yreka. I don't recall in our pregame meeting Coach Freitas saying anything along the lines of, yeah, we're shooting for a 7 spot at some point in this ball game. That's our plan.
Can you plan for something like that?
I don't think you can.
I think it just kind of happens.
But what a long inning for Sutter. I mean, when you're out in the field during something like this, it just feels like forever.
And then you got to think about the other side of that is you have been sitting for so long. So,
well, now over
Hoff might be tired as well.
Randy Post has moved over to third base. Going behind the plate is Sanders. I didn't catch who went to second base. That's where Post was. who's McDaniel. So McDaniel's now at second base. He's in the game as a hitter as well, and they want his bat in there. Sanders now behind the plate. Worm is out. And here's Cryer's first pitch. And he's going to get a strike on the outside corner to Matt Jesperson, who had an infield single bunt hit, trying to sacrifice this inning and came around to score. And he's still got the bases loaded with 2 outs. Cryer's pitch on 0-1 is the same spot, and it's now 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 delivery from Cryer, and that is well outside. Nice job knocking that one down. Sanders, who just pressed into service behind the plate for Worm, and immediately has to make, I mean, there's no rest out there for Sanders, who's had a lot of activity this inning.
Yes.
At third base mostly.
And then diving behind the plate.
The 1-2 pitch, swung on a miss, strike 3, and that ends the inning for Yreka, but not before they get 7 runs, and they send 13 players to the plate.
Damage, and you can hear the fans here clapping and cheering on Yreka after that offensive explosion, really.
We'll see how Sutter responds in the bottom of the second. You're following the action from the northern section right here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports.
Play on Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play on Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports. PlayOnSports.com.
Cody Hoff out for his second inning of work. And it's a much different feel this time around than it was last year when he was on the other end of a shutout. Right now, we still got a long way to go, but his team is up 7-0, and this is where you can get out there as a pitcher and go free and easy.
Yeah, at this point, all you got to really do is pound the strike zone, make good pitches, have your defense work, and cruise here.
Yeah, and let your defense do all the work. It'll be Matt Sanders, Lucas Cryer, and then Brad Bonifant set to hit here in this inning. And again, you can't relax necessarily against Sutter because we got a long way to go. Sutter is the home team, and Sanders batting .360. I mean, this is a team that batted .399 this year with a whole lot of extra base hits, 108 extra base hits.
That's something you see on a video game. That's almost unheard of.
25 homers, 16 triples, and 77 doubles as a team. So you cannot relax. Yreka with a 7-0 lead. Here's the pitch to Sanders, and he's going to see one up and in, a little chin music, ball 1.
So, really, all 7 runs, it's a lot of runs, don't get me wrong. And as Yreka, you're sitting in a good position. But Sutter, all they got to do is get 2 here, get 1 here, and
there's a base hit, and this could be more. It's going towards the gap. Sanders on his horse. He's going to head to second. The throw from Durney in center field, and Sanders dives in with a double.
Yeah, he was seeing double right out the box. He saw the center fielder was shading over on the left field side of second base. As soon as he struck that, he was out the box going 2.
And it looks like, well, they were going to have a runner for Sanders, but he's going to stay there. About to head out there was Austin Harris, but then he heads back to the dugout. So Lucas Cryer, the designated hitter, now steps in. Not only the designated hitter, he's the pitcher, and he's staying in the game. So he was going to be the DH, but he's pressed into service early, and now he's at the plate. Runner at second, and this one's going to get away in the dirt, and Jesperson doesn't know where it is, and this could be 2. He's still trying to find it, and this is going to get a run in. And Sutter is on the board, and the ball went into the dugout. So on the wild pitch, Sanders scores, and Sutter's on the board. So a 7-1 game. And I guess the saving grace for Hoff is now there's nobody on base. It's like you're starting fresh.
Yeah.
You don't have to pitch from the stretch.
Yeah, really strange turn of events. Didn't really see that ball where it went and ended up in the dugout, and he just couldn't find it.
And Hoff, misses up and in. Now it's 2-0. The outfield is playing straight away on Cryer, who's batting .408. The pitch is going to catch the outside corner, and it's 2-1.
Good pitch there by Cody Hoff. Fight back. Just calm down. Don't even let that run just get in your head.
Meanwhile, for Sutter, though, that's exactly what you want to do after you give up 7 runs, is come back with a hit, get a run right away. This one's towards the shortstop, a 2-hopper. Parker, the throw over to first base, and Charles makes the grab. Cryer retired 6-3 on the putout. There's 1 down in the inning, and this brings Bonenfant to the plate. Bonenfant, a junior, won the game for Sutter on the mound in their semifinal matchup
against Wheatland.
.362 on the year. 6 home runs. Second on the team behind Ehlers and Minton, who's tied with 7.
Just seems like there's power throughout the lineup here.
There is. Well, when your 8-hitter has got 6 of your team's 25 home runs on the year, to go along with 5 doubles and a triple, and he's batting .362, that's a pretty good 8-hitter. For a lot of teams would take that level of 8-hitter in their lineup. Here's the pitch. In the air, right field towards the corner. It's going to go into foul territory, and a nice bit of hustle by Michael Elfkin laying out for that ball, but bounces a few feet away from him. And it's just a long strike.
Oh, slicing foul, though. Good piece of hitting, though. Pitch was on the outside corner, and he just went with it. Elfkin gave a great effort there.
Yeah, he certainly did.
Dive.
Well, you got to go hard. You never know, that ball might land in fair territory. It just kept tailing away from the right fielder. Outfield again playing straight away on Bonenfant. The pitch. Oh, that's a breaking ball that breaks in for a strike. Bonenfant gave up on that one and took strike 2. 1 out in the inning, 1 run across. Bottom of the second inning. Pitch from Hoff. This is fisted down the left field line, out of play.
Yeah, he came in hard with that fastball. Bonenfant just turned on it, though.
Nice strength. I mean, that's a ball in on your hands, and that went a good distance for a ball you got jammed on.
Yeah, he's a strong kid, and a good hitter, too. As you see, taking outside pitches that way, inside pitches in on his hands. He's turning on it, just put it in play, and very, very good hitter here.
The 1-2 to Hoff, from Hoff. He's going to be ripped into left field. That's going to head towards the corner. Trying to cut it off is Bossinger, and does a nice job and a good throw. Bonenfant with a turn, but he will stay put at first base.
Good throw there by Bossinger to get that ball in quickly, too. This team, Sutter seems to be looking to take extra bases any chance they get. And that's why those numbers are so high. They'll take that base on your outfielders if they're not ready or if they don't get that ball in quickly.
Trent McDaniel now the hitter, and he can take out a little frustration right here at the plate after getting roughed up in the top of the second inning on the mound. This one is low and in for ball 1. McDaniel batting .356 in 73 plate appearances this year. 15 runs batted in, a couple of doubles, a couple of triples. It's a big outfield here at Butte College. .390 straightaway center, .370 in the power alleys, .325 down the lines. This one up and in on McDaniel, ball 2. McDaniel batting 9th in the order. We'll be back to Jason Selesky. He's in the on-deck circle, and now Coach Jason Freitas is going to head out to the mound to talk things over with Hoff, who's having a little bit of an issue with his control here. He hasn't walked anybody in the game, but he's already surrendered 5 hits. And with a 6-run lead at the moment, Coach Freitas not letting things go a little bit too long before he intervenes.
No, and a short leash. Maybe this is just to calm him down. I don't think he's really going out there to talk to him about replacing him. Just settle down, throw strikes here at the bottom portion of the lineup before you get back to the top. And some damage could be done and to chip into that lead.
Well, it's a 2-0 count. You've already got 1 run across, and you don't want to turn this into a big inning and you give Sutter some life. You know? I mean, 1 run, okay, you're still up by 6, but it turns into a 7-3, 7-4 ball game after the inning. That's Now you got to make up 3 or 4 runs, and you got 5 innings to do it if you're Sutter.
Not a good position that you want to be in. So just settle them down here, just throw strikes, and let's get out of this inning.
Here's a pitch that's going to be on the outside corner for strike 1. Nice conversation by Coach Freitas. Well, and especially against a team, Greg, that had 313 runs this year in 31 games. So they're averaging 10 runs a game.
I giggle and laugh, but it's like video game-esque.
Yes.
The fact that they're scoring runs at such a fevered pitch.
331 hits on the year. 3-1 now the count on McDaniel. Short lead for Bonifant over at first base. Here's a throw over Bonifant. Calling time. Boy, I hope he didn't hurt himself there.
Oh, no. I thought he was just...
Boy, I thought it just slipped.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
And it looks... Let's see if he's...
Knee?
Well,
right
we won't
leg.
speculate too much, but for a moment there, I mean, he turned to get back to the bag, and his feet went out from under him, and for a moment it looked like one of those cartoon characters where you're running in place a little bit and then make a move, but might have twisted his leg a little bit there. So he's shaking it off and going to stay in the game. And we'll keep an eye on him running. 3 balls and a strike. For Bonifant, though, really favoring that right leg right now, and not a threat to go, I don't think, at this point. And there's ball 4, and he's going to hobble over to second base, but that's your starting shortstop right there if you're Sutter. So the walk given up by Hoff, and now we're back to the top of the order with 1 down. Runners at first and second. It's Selesky who reached on a bunt single to begin the game, then was thrown out, picked off by the catcher Jesperson at first base.
Swing away now. You got a chance to score a run. Well, I don't know.
With 1 out.
1 down, but Bonifant's leg.
Swing and a miss by Selesky, strike 1.
Front foot kind of slid out there and pulled it, so it's important to stay straight on that ball. It seems so simple, but when you start doing all those things, a lot of things can go wrong with your swing, and you lose a lot of power.
Selesky and Ehlers tied for the team lead in hits with 44 coming into the game. They each have 1 in this game. Here's the pitch by Hoff to the plate. Pop foul over the third base dugout, and the count is 0-2. This has been one of your longer second innings. 7 runs, 13 players to the plate for Yreka in the top half of the second. This is the 5th batter of the inning for Sutter. They've already got 1 run in, 2 hits, and a walk. Selesky in a hole, 0-2. Short lead for Bonifant at second base. Parker's keeping him close. Hoff is going to step off.
Little cat and mouse game out there.
We've got a good crowd on hand for this ball game. Yreka has traveled a lot of people down here for this one, looking for their first section championship in baseball on their 3rd attempt. There are a lot of people up on the hill behind the first base dugout watching this game as well, watching it from the shade. Here's the pitch. It's going to be off the outside part of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Good approach to this at bat. He started out 2 strikes. You're looking to make contact, though, put the ball in play and start some action. Hopefully scoring another run here and cutting that lead.
Hoff comes set. This pitch is way high, and the count's now 2-2. So Hoff struggling with his release point a little bit. Randy Post awaiting on deck. Selesky, good speed. Leads the team in stolen bases, so if he hits one on the ground, a double play ball is going to be tough. Hoff looking in. Here's the pitch. That one is going to be low. Nice job by Selesky, and the count's full.
Full count.
It's interesting to see if Coach Renfrey puts guys in motion on 3-2 with 1 out.
Yeah, because it's very dangerous as a strikeout, throw out combination.
I'm thinking with your big hitters coming up after this, you're keeping everybody where they are.
Exactly. You just want to play, and he can draw the walk. Maybe he can drive one into the gap as well. the outfielders are playing them straight up. So.
And there is some room out there. Oh, and Selesky swings at a pitch outside, and Hoff got a gift. That was ball 4. But Selesky trying to protect, swings and misses at strike 3. And that's the second out of the inning. And Selesky, wants that one back. He did a great job on all those pitches. And then that last one was high and away, and he went for it. And that's the difference between the bases loaded with 1 out now and first and second with 2 out, and Randy Post up. Post struck out swinging his first time and then was retired at first base when the ball got away from Jesperson. He threw down to the first baseman, Charles, to complete that play. Hoff's pitch is going to be up and in, and it's ball 1. Second strikeout of the game recorded by Hoff on that strikeout of Selesky.
Busted him inside with that, just a little high.
Colton Minton on deck. The pitch to Post. That's in there for a strike.
Whew. Wonder if he had the take sign on right there. That one looked right down the heart, and actually not a lot of movement, not like or unlike other Cody Hoff pitches that he's thrown so far.
Hoff from the stretch with 2 runners on. And now time is called by Post.
You got Parker still out there playing with Bonifant to keep him close to the bag so he doesn't get a good jump on anything. But with 2 outs, the base runners are going to be going out off the crack of the bat. So
here's the pitch from Hoff. Down towards third, and an easy play for Cadola, who's going to step on the bag. A nice job by Hoff working out of that one. So that will do it for the inning. 1 run across for Sutter. It's now a 7-1 ball game. We move to the top of the third right here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports.
Play on Sports will have live coverage of the Northern Section Track and Field Finals on Friday, May 24th. You can also watch highlights from the championships of every spring sport in the Northern Section on PlayOnSports.com. Don't forget to check the Play on Sports broadcast schedule page for information on all of our upcoming broadcasts from around the Northern Section and beyond. The spring championships are here, only on PlayOnSports.com.
We move to the top of the third inning, and due up for Yreka, Michael Elfkin, Evan Bossinger, and Cade Parker. Nice job by Cody Hoff working out of that jam in the second inning, Greg.
Yes, good job. Gave up 1 run, gave it the double, and the run does come across. Got in a little bit of trouble, runs first and second, but went ahead and retired him. So keeps a good 6-run lead as we go into the top of the third.
That strikeout of Selesky was huge.
It was gigantic.
Yep.
Especially on a pitch that just seemed to tail outside, never came back to the plate, to the heart of the plate or at all, to the corners, anywhere. And for him to go ahead and offer at that was a huge strikeout.
Well, Cryer out. He recorded 1 out last inning. He struck out Jesperson to end what was a lengthy inning for Yreka at the plate. McDaniel went an inning and 2/3, and now Cryer out there to begin his second inning. Elfkin doubled in 2 runs on a single up the middle and came around to score in the second inning. Here's the pitch, Cryer, and this is slapped towards right field, but Nathan Ehlers is there ranging to his right to make the play. A line out, and there's 1 down.
Good stab by Nathan Ehlers there to get that line drive.
Evan Bossinger was retired by Ehlers in the second inning. He tried to bunt and move the runners over and ended up popping out to Ehlers, who made a diving grab of the baseball. This one is a curveball in for strike 1 in the inside corner.
Ehlers getting a lot of action over there first.
He is.
You don't see too many first basemen get a lot of action there with a diving play.
This one is going to hit a foul ball. Boy, that one spun funny. That hit the chalk, and almost like the chalk caused it to spin another way. It spun back fair, and then right before it got to the bag, it hit the chalk again and spun foul. I've never seen a ball hit like that in my entire life.
Yes, I can honestly say with you that have never seen anything like that. Bossinger is swinging the wood yet again.
Here's the pitch. This is going to be fouled straight back, and the count 0-2. On deck, Cade Parker. He's going to have his third plate appearance in 3 innings in just a minute.
Good production there by Yreka.
Well, yeah, when you have a 13 batter second inning, this one's bounced towards third foul. You're going to see a lot of at-bats. One down in the inning. And Bossinger, after fouling off a couple, staying alive against Cryer. The pitch. This one is going to be lifted over the third baseman's head into short left field, and a single for Evan Bossinger.
Nice in on the hands. He fought that off and just got enough of it to just get it over the third baseman's post.
Post and Sanders have seen so many balls either hit just over their head or bounced over their head.
I don't think I've ever seen like that many like that either. And one of them was a misplay, like I think he saw something else, and another one just straight over his head, and then that one just a little looper.
Cryer working from the stretch for the first time, gets strike one in the outside corner against Cade Parker. Parker is grounded out to second base and then struck out looking in that second inning. Seven to 1 is our score. Bossinger a short lead over at first base. Cryer sees Parker foul one off right field side out of play. And the count 0-2.
Yeah, the outfielders are playing him to not pull, to go the other way with his ball. As you see, even when he hits that one, it is trickling off to the right side of the field. So looks like the defensive alignment is good for Parker.
Yeah, shifting over is Selesky. Here's a throw over, and Bossinger is back. Not much wind out there right now. Light breeze right to left. Here's the pitch from Cryer, and that's high, 1-2. Well, it was a nice bit of two-strike hitting by Bossinger, and now Parker looking to replicate what his teammate did from the 9 spot a moment ago.
I think try to keep it alive, move the runner here.
Curveball, swung on and missed, strike 3, and then Bossinger back safely. So Parker is struck out for the second time in the game, and now Michael Schuler is the batter. Schuler walked in the last inning, came around to score. He's also grounded out to shortstop, 0 for 1. Christian Charles in the on-deck circle. Or at least he will be in a minute.
Yeah.
He's getting there. He's working on it. Here's Cryer. His first pitch is going to be up, ball 1.
Yeah, Schuler's really hanging out over the plate here. Kind of surprised, especially with so much late movement that he has on his pitches, that you're out over the plate like that.
His hands in particular. Here goes the runner, the curveball, the throw down, and Bossinger is in. Nice job on the stolen base by Bossinger.
Yeah, just a good throw, just a little bit off. Bonifant wasn't able to glove it and get the tag on him. The throw beat him. It was tailing back over towards the second base side of the bag. Tough play.
Schuler took strike 1 there, 1-1 count. This one on the outside corner for strike 2. Once again, Cryer in a 2-strike situation. One time he gave up a single this inning. The other time he struck out Parker swinging.
Well, he would like to duplicate the strikeout portion of that.
A base hit would get another run in for Yreka, potentially here. Curveball, high in the air. Short. Yeah, right there behind the second base bag. Bonifant into the short outfield grass, makes the catch, and that ends the top half of the third inning. No runs, a man left with 1 hit for Yreka. Sutter coming up, bottom of the third, trailing 7-1 in this Division II championship game right here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports in the northern section.
You want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you are enjoying here today? Tell your school to sign up for Play on Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
It'll be the 3, 4, 5 hitters in the order for Sutter. Colton Minton, Nathan Ehlers, Hayden Heilman. Lucas Cryer has done a nice job righting the ship, at least from a pitching perspective for Sutter, but now you got to keep pecking away when you're hitting, and especially when you got the heart of your order coming up, Greg. Another run or two here. Given you've got a little bit of time, you're just in the third. If you can get one in the second, one in the third, two in the third, a couple in the fourth, then you can get back into it, put more pressure on the minors.
Right, just start to chip away here. And like you said before, they got their big bats up. This is actually a real crucial inning here in order for them to stay in this game and to be competitive. So they can get, like you said, chip away, get 2 here. Now the score is 7-3. And now we're right back in this game.
Well, the whole order can hit for Sutter, so it's not like when you get out of the 3, 4, 5, everyone's now batting $125. They're all batting 350 or higher. But still, when you've got that meat of your order coming up, now you got to wait to get back around to them, and now maybe they're up in the 5th inning, and you've only got 3 innings to make up 6 runs.
Right.
And who knows what Yreka is going to do from the plate. So you are absolutely right. It's hard to call the 3rd inning a big inning in the game, but it is, given the circumstances right now that Sutter's facing the defending champions, trailing by 6. Minton to the plate. He had a bunt single in the 1st inning, and then was stranded at third base after a Nathan Ehlers double with 2 outs. Here's the first pitch from Hoff to Minton, and he's going to look at strike 1 is Minton.
All right, good pitch there. Good start to the at-bat, for Cody Hoff.
We'll see if Hoff can find a little bit more command this inning. He was a little bit erratic in that last inning.
And it might have been because he was sitting for so long,
That could be, too. It's very true. This one towards right center field and deep, but going over and grabbing that ball is Michael Elfkin, and it is a fly out to right. 1 down, and that will bring Ehlers to the plate. Ehlers doubled to left in his first at-bat and was stranded at second base in that 1st inning.
Now batting, number 21, Nathan Ehlers.
The other thing, if you're Sutter, is when you're at the plate, you don't want to press too much. You don't want to be over-swinging. There's no such thing as a 6-run homer. So, even though you're a big bat in the middle of the lineup, no sense trying to do too much. I don't think Minton did that there, but this is a general note of caution for Sutter hitters.
Yeah, Minton just went with that pitch. And right off the bat, I thought that might get into the gap, but it did tail back into Elfkin. So he made a running grab and retired the batter.
Elfkin did a great job tracking that baseball as well. That's not an easy play to make. First pitch was low to Ehlers. Second one is up and in for ball 2.
And Ehlers is Sutter's Gabe Durney is to Yreka, too. You don't want to make too many mistakes to him. So
analogies. That's good. I like that. You're dropping a little SAT type analogies in this thing.
A little bit.
I like that. We're at the high school level. Kids know about that. This ball's in the dirt 3-0.
So I don't think he really wants any part of him. Like you said, there's no such thing as a 6-run home run. But then again, you don't want to give them momentum as he drives one out of the park here. So
3-0 pitch, and you're wondering if Hoff is just going to try to stay away from Ehlers here and deal with Heilman. The 3-0. Well, he's going to go the inside corner and make it 3-1, anticipating, I think, that Ehlers would not be swinging.
Good pitch. That's one thing. You throw hard and it doesn't move. There's no movement, like late tailing. And when I say tailing.
Oh, and that one's going to hit Ehlers. Up and in. I don't think Hoff was trying to do that on purpose there, and the hit batter puts Ehlers on at first with 1 down, and now Hayden Heilman is the batter. Heilman flew out to left in his first at-bat for the final out of the inning. He stranded 2 runners on base.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, going back to tailing, and it's late movement, and as you look at the cutout of the grass and the dirt right in front of home plate, that's where late movement takes place, and for some of these pitchers, it'll move either away or in, depending if you're left or right-handed. And that's what's hard is as it's coming in, it looks it's in one spot, and then it tails and it moves, and that's in a completely different other area. So,
pitch to Heilman is going to be bounced over the head of the third baseman, Cadola. That's the third time we've seen that in this game. And then heading to third is Ehlers. Here comes the throw, and he's in. Nice job by our umpire, home plate umpire, Lonnie Williams, going up the line. That was the right call. Good hustle by Ehlers, and the single by Heilman puts runners at the corners.
Good base running, good first to third. You don't really see that too often, first to third.
On a hit to left.
Hit to left on a grounder, too, at that.
So many of these balls, though, that we've seen. Matt Sanders had that happen to him twice when he was at third base, and now he's at the plate. And now Heilman does that, and Cadola sees the ball bounce and go over his head. It's almost like we're playing on turf as opposed to grass.
Right. It's getting a good hop out there to third. As a hitter, maybe you just want to beat it into the ground and
start running. Yeah, exactly. Sanders doubled to right and then scored on a wild pitch that got away from Matt Jesperson and resulted in 2 bases when Jesperson couldn't find the baseball. That's been the only run of the game so far for Sutter. Here's a pitch in the outside corner for strike 1. Runners at the corners with just 1 down here in the bottom of the third inning. And we talked about how critical this is for Sutter to get at least 1, if not 2, in this inning, and they're certainly primed to do so.
Yeah, they're looking good. They got what they wanted. They got their hitters, the base runners in position now to go ahead and chip into this lead.
Jesperson sets up outside. The ball's hit up the middle. This could be 2 instead. There's 1. Throw to first, and Yreka erases the threat. A 4-6-3 double play. What a nice job by the second baseman Schuler to get that started on a hard-hit baseball. We go to the top of the 4th inning. The score remains 7-1. Yreka leading it over Sutter in this Division II championship game.
Play on Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play on Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/playonnetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week. From your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com.
Jeff Kurtz alongside Greg Olivier. Our producer today is Jared Wright. Jason Devine providing all the video for you here. It's our 3rd game today of 3. It's been a great day for baseball here at Butte College. Maxwell beating Chester 8-0 in our first game of the day to take the D5 title. Calusa, a 9-5 winner over Winters to take the Division III title. And right now, a bit of a surprise so far, Yreka up 7-1 on Sutter, and Sutter, which had a prime opportunity a moment ago to put some runs on the board in what we said was a critical 3rd inning, grounds into Matt Sanders grounding into a 4-6-3 double play. Yreka, a nice turn initiated by Schuler, and that ended the 3rd inning. How big was that? We'll see how big as that goes along, Craig, but that was a pretty big play right there.
Yeah, good play, good turn. Like you said, or like it's known, is double plays aren't assumed. You have to make sure of a turn at second base, get out of the way of the runner, make a good strong throw to first base. A lot of moving parts once again in turning a double play.
And now the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the order for Yreka, and a chance for Yreka to take what's already a 6-run advantage, and Sutter perhaps a little down after that double play, and turn right around and get a run or 2 of their own. So if you're looking at this as a game of momentum, and for a moment you thought, well, maybe Sutter can grab that back, Yreka can take it and put a chokehold on it even further with a run or 2 here.
Yeah.
And they've got the guys coming up who can do so.
Yeah, in the top of the 4th, if they can go ahead and put another 1 or 2 up here, it's going to be tough for Sutter to come back and fight back to win.
Though I'll tell you right now, in the bottom 3 in the order for Yreka, 3 for 6 with 2 runs driven in. The 3, 4, 5 hitters in the order so far, 1 for 4, but they do have a couple of walks and they've scored 3 runs. So right now the bottom half of the order producing slightly more than the middle.
And when you can do that as a team, that just makes you that much more dangerous.
Here's a bouncing ball up the middle, and that's a single right back through the box for Christian Charles on a 1-0 pitch, and the leadoff man aboard for Yreka. And that has happened for Yreka in the 2nd inning and now in the 4th. And in the 2nd inning, we all know what happens. 7 runs later and 13 batters. And I think it would be a little bit too much to hope for another touchdown and extra point if you're the Miners, but you never know. Meanwhile, Gabe Durney, who got that second inning started with a walk, he's 0 for 1. Fielder's choice, a walk and a run scored, and he takes strike one.
Good pitch there on the outer half of the plate, tailing away. Once again, you really don't want to get anything elevated or catch too much of the plate in the strike zone here for Gabe Durney.
Yeah, Durney is quite a hitter. This one is going to be on the outside corner. Strike two. So
those are tough to hit for anybody. I don't care if you are top 5 in all categories offensively. When the pitch is out there, not much you're going to do with that.
Durney's going to try to get tough now. Sanders setting up on the outside edge. This pitch well off the plate. Nice scoop by Sanders with a backhand, keeping Charles at first base, and the count is now 1-2.
Yeah, good idea to try to work your way on the outside corner, put one a little bit outside, a little bit more outside, and then a breaking ball. Maybe he'll chase at that and get himself out.
Quick throw over to first base, and they get Charles. Wow.
Quick tag there by Ehlers and put down on the back of Charles before he had a chance to get his hand on the bag.
Boy, that was a quick move as well by Cryer.
Yeah, he set up on the mound and then snap throw over to first. It looks like something that's been rehearsed.
And Durney goes, and they're going to call him swinging strike 3, and so that is the second out of the inning.
And that goes back to the pitcher working that outside corner and keep just moving that pitch out, and then hitting him with a off-speed pitch or curveball to really break off the plate and chase that called strike 3 or that strike 3 swinging.
Cody Hoff now the batter. He walked in a run, has an RBI, and also reached on an error, came around to score. So 0 for 1 in the game. Swings and misses, strike 1.
That was a big swing there by Cody Hoff, trying to help out his own cause there.
Well, Cryer has done a good job since coming in. This one is going to miss away, 1-1. And Cryer has 10 innings he can use today as well, so he's got plenty of opportunity. This one's going to be fouled at the plate. The count is 1-2.
Yeah, I think Coach Renfrey might just stay with Cryer. He's been effective against the Yreka hitters here.
As long as he can. Might as well. He's yielded just 2 hits in 2 innings, coming in with 2 outs in the second inning, and now trying to close out the fourth. The 1-2. In the air, right field, playable for Minton. No, it's going to fall in front of him, and looks like he got a late jump on that one.
Yeah, I don't
Didn't
think
see it well.
I don't think he really saw it well, like you just said. I think he thought it might have been hit a little bit harder, and he stayed where he was. Then realized at the last second that was going to fall.
And Hoff with his first hit of the game, and he's going to come out. A courtesy runner is going to come in. That's going to be Johnson. So Johnson is running with 2 outs. Joachim the batter. Joachim's got 2 RBIs, 1 on a single, and he came around to score in the second. Then Force went in with a walk, and he takes strike 1 from Cryer.
These Yreka hitters are really crowding the plate. If you look at where Joachim's hands are as he sets up, his hands are almost even with the catcher's mask.
Right on top of it. This pitch is going to be low and away. 1-1.
That can be daunting to a pitcher trying to fit one in there in the strike zone. You have to throw under his hands, basically.
Here's the pitch from Cryer. Popped in the air. It's been a great year. Our first full year of coverage as Play On Sports here in the northern section. Not only can you get highlights of all the great spring sports, you can follow highlights and full game coverage of events from all the way back in the fall. Hard to believe the 2012-2013 school year is coming to a close here pretty soon. We are done with all of our coverage statewide on June 1st as we wrap up in the North Coast section. But a lot of games, a lot of great athletes, a lot of great highlights and memories, and those are all available for you on playonsports.com. I invite you to check those out. We've had some good ones up here this year. And Hoff out for his 4th inning of work. He's going to face Lucas Cryer, Brad Bonenfant, and Trenton McDaniel. Those are the scheduled hitters, the 7, 8, 9 hitters in the order. in the bottom of the fourth inning. And it's now up to the bottom of the order to do a little something against Mr. Hoff, who has given up just one run so far.
This is only their second time through the order here, and they're at the bottom of the fourth inning. So very productive day by Cody Hoff. He's only thrown 47 pitches in the 3 innings that he's completed.
You know, it's interesting, Greg. He's given up 6 hits. He's hit a batter. He's walked one. So 8 potential base runners, but only 1 run given up so far. He has scattered those hits and those walks and hit batters enough where it hasn't really damaged him.
If you're going to do it, that's the way to do it, though. If they're going to hit you, let them hit you when there's no one on base.
Cryer to start things off. He grounded to shortstop in his first at-bat, 0 for 1. Pitch to Cryer is going to be low, 1-0.
Good eye by Cryer.
Sutter needs a lot of base runners, trailing by 6. And Cryer trying to get things going. And now he's going to call time.
It all starts with at least 1 hit, though. 1 hit can open up the floodgates for runs.
Here's the pitch, and this is going to be inside, and Cryer is aboard. He got hit. Second hit batter of the game by Hoff. And the leadoff man is on, and that will bring Brad Bonenfant to the plate. Bonenfant singled in the second inning, singled to left, and then was erased for the third out of the inning on a ground out, a force out at third base. He was running from second to third, and the ball was hit right to the third baseman, Cadola.
And Austin Harris has come on to pinch run for Cryer at first base.
As Cryer is the pitcher, he's going to get the courtesy runner. There's Harris now with a short lead over at first. Bonenfant looks at the first pitch. It's going to bounce away from Jesperson, and down to second on the wild pitch goes the base runner Harris. So a runner in scoring position. And Bonenfant with a base hit can make this a 5-run game.
It's amazing how quick things can change in this game.
Well, so far, there have been runners in scoring position in every inning for Sutter, but they've only gotten 1 run across.
And they need to capitalize on that.
This one is inside, ball 2. They had runners at second and third with 2 outs in the first inning. Couldn't get anybody in. One guy scored, Matt Sanders, but he did it by himself. He doubled and then came around on a wild pitch. Then they had runners at first and second that inning before the inning ended, so just the 1 run. Last inning, they had first and third, and a double play erased that. This one is going to be just off the outside edge, and it's 3-0 on Bonenfant.
They just need to capitalize on this. You got no outs. You got to get some runs here. I said earlier that the third inning was going to be crucial, but as the innings continue on, it just keeps getting more and more crucial, and that mountain just gets bigger and bigger to climb here.
The pitch from Hoff is going to be right down the middle of the plate for strike 1, 3-1. Trenton McDaniel waits on deck.
I think you had takes the whole way there.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty rare at the high school level to see someone get the green light on 3-0. But still a hitter's count for Bonenfant at 3-1.
The outfield is playing kind of deep, too. Not to give up any doubles.
And this is up and in, ball 4. So Bonenfant walks, and there are 2 guys aboard. First and second, and the batter is McDaniel. He walked in his first at-bat. And Jesperson's going to go out and talk to Hoff. No action in the Yreka bullpen down the right field line.
Yeah, seeing if Coach Freitas was going to come out and talk to him. But no, it looks like
Coach Freitas is going to stay put for the moment at least.
Let Jesperson go ahead and take care of Cody Hoff there.
Well, Hoff is the guy on the mound. I mean, that's who you want out there if you're the Miners. But a 6-run lead, a hit batter, and a walk, that's not you want Sutter to earn their way on base by getting solid base hits. Here's the first pitch to McDaniel, and he's going to take one high, ball 1. Harris on at second. He's running for Cryer, who got hit. Harris advanced to second on a wild pitch. Then Bonenfant walked.
Ooh, tough to lay off those high pitches, too. If you're a power hitter, those are right in the wheelhouse. You want to get a good whack on it, but good eye by Trent McDaniel there to lay off that high pitch.
McDaniel calls for time. On deck is Selesky. Hoff taking a long look in at the signals from Jesperson. Then comes set. This one's going to be grounded towards third. This could be two. No, only going to get one on this is Cadola. As the guy's moving quickly, Bonenfant gets down to second. Harris over to third on the ground out. 5-3 on the put out. That's the first out of the inning.
Actually, really good read by Bonenfant out there at first base to take off like a bat out of, well, where bats will come out
of. A belfry?
Yeah, out of a belfry and shot. Digging in and getting down there to second, so they didn't even get a chance at second at a double play, and now putting two runners in scoring position here.
Selesky, bunt single in the first, struck out swinging on what would have been ball 4 in the second inning. The first pitch is going to be poked to the right side. This is going to get a run in, and just getting Selesky is Michael Schuler, 4-3 on the putout. That's the second out, but a run is in. Harris scores. It's a 7-2 game. Bonenfant over to third. That is an RBI for Selesky.
Good hustle by Selesky, though. He almost beat that out.
Yeah, he did. That was close. He made our first base umpire, Brandon Nault, think about it for just a moment. Now the batter is Randy Post. Post grounded out in his last at-bat. He grounded to third, and his teammate Bonenfant was forced. He's also struck out swinging. And he looks at strike one. A base hit here for Sutter would accomplish what they wanted, which is a run plus another to make it a 7-3 game at the end of 4. And that third run 90 feet away. Again, pecking away at this thing is what Sutter would like to do. The pitch is waved at, strike 2. And Post has not looked comfortable at the plate so far against Hoff in this game. He's one of the few guys who hasn't looked very comfortable against Hoff.
At all, yeah, and that was a wicked off-speed pitch, and Post was just way out on his front foot, so it's hard to hit like that with all your weight already transferred to that front foot.
The pitch. That is going to be poked into left field for a base hit. Post recovers nicely, and it's a 7-3 game. Nice two-strike hitting by Post and a great recovery. And he's got an RBI on his first hit of the game, scoring as Bonenfant.
And that's one of the differences of being back on your foot and keeping your weight transfer back than being out on your front foot. When the off-speed pitch is thrown and you're out there on your front foot, you wave at it and you don't feel comfortable at the plate. When you sit back and you drive that pitch now, and that's what Post did with that off-speed pitch. He just drove that out into left field to score a run.
So much of baseball, and people don't really recognize this, is balance and center of gravity. You know, the pitcher overstrides or doesn't get the hips moving the right way, and suddenly the pitch is a ball as opposed to a strike. The batter's out on his front foot, and he's missing. He stays back. He drives it to left for an RBI single.
A lot of just little nuances that can change the whole complexion of an at-bat, a pitch, a turn of a double play, somebody throwing down. So it's important to for these young kids anyways to do the proper mechanics.
Holton Minton is going to look at ball 2 outside. Minton in the game, a bunt single from the number 3 spot in the order. Coach Renfrey did tell us before the game, I can ask anybody to bunt. Doesn't matter if they're the cleanup hitter, they'll do it.
Yep.
And he did it successfully in the first inning. He flew out to right in the third inning, 1 for 2. Trying to extend this one with 2 outs.
And he actually did a really good job of a piece of hitting on that fly out. Even though it was a line drive, it was in the outer half of the plate, and he just went with the ball.
The pitch. That's going to be outside, 3-0. And that ever-dangerous Nathan Ehlers waiting
2-1.
in the on-deck circle, 2-1. So Minton trying to keep the inning alive. The pitch. That's a strike. And the count is 2-2.
Ooh, tough pitch there to handle. Anything low and almost to the bottom of the knees. Tough to really get a good strike on the ball. So
well, Minton can't be that selective now with the 2-2 count.
And this is where you usually see a hitter kind of choke up on the bat, shorten up their swing, and just make contact.
The pitch. That's going to be bounced towards the second baseman. Schuler is there and just gets Minton for the third out of the inning. But Sutter pushes 2 runs across. They've made it a 7-3 ball game. We move to the top of the 5th inning right here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. And right now, your destination for the Division II Baseball Championship in the Northern section.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here today? Tell your school to sign up for the Play on Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Lucas Cryer out there for the 5th inning. He has yet to yield a run in 2 1/3 and settled the ship after a 7-run second inning by Yreka. And his team is cut away at that lead. 1 run after that in the bottom half of the second inning, 2 now in the 4th. And it's a 7-3 score. And Greg, as you're looking at this the rest of the way and you're thinking of it strategically if you're Sutter, 7-5 by the end of the 5th, too much to ask? I mean, within 2 runs with 2 innings to go, or can you get away with it if it's 7-5 at the end of 6 innings?
Ideally, 7-5 at the end of the 5th, that's where you want to be. But if you can get 1, you'll take 1. 7-4. At that point, you're in striking distance. You can get a bloop, single, an error, and then a home run, and a 3-run hit. A 3-run home run ties this game up. Now, at this point, a grand slam ties you up. So
that's pretty rare.
If you're at Yreka, true. But if you're at Yreka, though, one swing of the bat can potentially tie this up. With all the great hitters that Sutter has, you want to be careful of that.
Well, it is up to Cryer to make sure he keeps Yreka quiet, and he gets a strike on Matt Jesperson. It'll be Jesperson, Elfkin, and Bossinger, who have been doing well so far in this game. A combined 3 for 6 going into this Jesperson at-bat, but he's quickly in a hole 0-2. Jesperson, a bunt single, came around to score in that second inning, then struck out for the 3rd out of that second inning. So it's been a little while since he's been to the plate. 1 for 2 in the game. This one is way high, and the count is 1-2.
Yeah, he got up twice in 1 inning and then hasn't seen action yet since then, so hard to get your timing down.
This is a breaking ball towards 3rd in fair territory. The long throw over. Nice job by Randy Post. And there is 1 away in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, Randy Post was able to handle that hard grounder or the hard chopper to didn't bounce over his head.
Yeah, I think I was kind of surprised. I was waiting for it to go bounding over his head, but Jesperson didn't get enough of it. And now here's Elfkin, who has a single with 2 runs driven in. He scored in the second and then lined out to the pitcher, and he fouls this one straight back. He's 1 for 2 on the game. Bossinger on deck.
Yeah, aggressive here by Elfkin to go after that first pitch. I mean, you've already knocked out their ace, essentially. If you can get one, or if you can get him to have a lot of pitches or get his pitch count up and maybe his arm starts to get tired, and then you have a chance to get it to the 3rd guy, which is very rare.
This one is going to be fisted back into fair territory. And here's a long throw and a nice job going up. Ehlers making the grab and tagging out Elfkin. What a strange ball that was. It started to go down the line foul, hit the grass, the lip of the grass in fair territory, and bounce back fair. And as long as it does that before it hits 3rd base, that's a fair ball. And a nice job and bit of recognition by Post to record the 2nd out of the inning.
Yeah, that ball kicked. As soon as it hit the grass on the left side in the foul territory, essentially, it kicked hard and went all the way fair.
Nice curveball for strike 1 to Bossinger. Cryer really in a groove right now.
Yeah, Cryer looks really good out there. His breaking ball is working excellent. Fastball, they're having a hard time catching up to.
That one's right on the outside corner for strike 2. Cryer is not wasting any time.
No, he's grooving, and you want to see that, especially if you're Sutter. You want to get back into the dugout and start hitting again.
That one's low and away, 1-2. Well, a quick inning after you've gotten 2. and you shut that other team down. Adds to your momentum when you're trying to claw back into a baseball game. This is another curveball, and once again the ball bouncing towards Post. He's got a long throw, and he gets Bossinger by a half step. So Post records all 3 outs, 5-3 to Ehlers on all 3 batters. And we move to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Your score remains Yreka 7, Sutter 3.
Play on Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play on Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/playonnetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports. PlayOnSports.com.
Well, due up for Sutter, it'll be Nathan Ehlers, Hayden Heilman, and Matt Sanders, and all very dangerous hitters. 2 of them have an extra base hit in this game. Ehlers a double, Sanders a double. Heilman's got a single in his last at-bat, so this is going to be their 3rd look at Cody Hoff as well, and you start hitting danger territory a little bit if you're a Yreka fan, in that the more looks you get at a pitcher, and especially if you've lined him up well once in your previous 2 at-bats, the more comfortable you feel out there. And this is going to be an interesting time for Cody Hoff, who's trying to work his way through this 5th inning and keep it a 4-run advantage for the Miners.
Yeah, the Sutter only has 9 outs left, so they need to start making every out count. If it does get you a run, then so be it, but you need to start hustling. And it's not saying that they haven't been.
Right.
As you see these kids, they hit a grounder to the second baseman and are hustling this play out and at least making it close and making it tough on the umpire to make that out call. But you're starting to run out of time and room here for error or for any mistake. So,
well, we'll see what Ehlers can do to get things going. He's 1 for 1 on the game. He got hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. He's been stranded at second. He's been stranded at third.
Number 21, Nathan Ehlers.
7-3 the score, bottom 5. This is our final game of 3 here today at Butte College.
It looks like the wind just kicked up, coming from right to left a little bit, and the outfielders are shading him to pull.
And setting up outside is Jesperson. We'll see if Hoff can hit that. He does. Strike 1.
Good pitch there, caught outside the corner.
Way to get ahead on the part of Cody Hoff.
As a fielder, too, you love to see your pitcher there pounding the strike zone. It keeps you interested and keeps you in the game, so it's a lot less mental errors can occur if you're constantly in the game and seeing what's going on.
That pitch was high, and that's ball 1, 1-1.
Looks like the outfielders are playing really deep to not give up any doubles.
This one is high in the air, shallow right, going out for it. The second baseman making the play is Schuler. Did a nice job of settling under that, and that is the first out of the inning, and a big one right there, eliminating the leadoff man in an inning. Great job by Hoff, and a nice job of reading that pop-up by Schuler, and that'll bring Hayden Heilman to the plate.
Yeah, good job defensively to get back, get to the spot where you think the ball's going, and then find the ball and making the play.
Heilman 1 for 2 in the game. Flew out to left, single to left. Outfield continues to play straight away. Wind blowing from the right field foul pole to the left.
Yreka getting good defensive calls in. Oh.
This one's another pop-up in the air. This to shallow left. Calling for it after shading his eyes is Bossinger, and he makes the second out of the inning. And Hoff is doing a nice job retiring the first 2 batters in the 5th.
Good work. Got 2 fly balls there to start the 5th off. But I was commenting before, I was looking and I saw all the Yreka players looking at wristbands on their arms. And similar to and they're doing it right now, similar to what a quarterback has when they get a play call in, the defensive lineman getting set by Coach Freitas.
This one is going to be strike 1. Maybe they're just calling an audible. Either that, I'm wondering if I'm looking in the dugout to see if it's like the Oregon Ducks offense for football, and they're holding up like Justin Bieber, Timberlake, and then a picture of, I don't know, somebody else.
A tree or something.
Elmo. Here is the pitch. Up the middle, that's going to be a nice job. Oh, it's going to go off the glove of Parker. Good effort trying to keep it in the infield, but that's going to be an infield single for Sanders, his second hit of the game.
Good attempt by Parker out there. It almost looked like a for sure hit. Just the fact that he got a glove on it. If he was able to glove that and then pop up and make a throw, that would have been amazing. But, hey, just to keep that in the infield there, good effort there by Parker.
Cryer now the batter. Cryer got hit by a pitch, and then his proxy runner, Harris, came around to score for him in the fourth inning. He's also grounded out to short. 0 for 1. Runner on with 2 outs. Hoff's first pitch is going to be a rip to left field. That's a single. A runner will move up to second base. Runners at first and second now, and the batter will be Bonenfant.
Now batting number 2, Brad Bonenfant.
Cryer saw that pitch excellent. Like, there was no wasted motion on that. It was your pitch comes in, and I send it right back out.
Harris on to run for Cryer. Bonenfant has singled and then walked and scored last inning. So 1 for 1. And now with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs, getting that 1 run on a base hit to the outfield and driving in Sanders, that's huge in a 7-3 game right now.
Yes, and like we said before, everybody.
Oh, and that's a deep drive down the left field line, but it is going to pull foul. And it's just a long strike. Yep. A loud and long strike. 0-1.
Yeah, but if he rips a double right here with 2 outs, you got to think Harris will be on the move at the crack of the bat, and something maybe in the gap somewhere, he might score. And now we get to that situation that we're talking about. We're at a 7-5, and they've fought right back into this game.
Hoff has done a nice job getting the first 2 outs of the inning and forcing Sutter to limited options, and now he's trying to stay out of trouble through the rest of the 5th. The 0-1 is a breaking ball, swung on and missed, and Jesperson with a pump fake down to second base, and that gets Sanders moving quickly back to the bag. And it's an 0-2 hole for Bonenfant.
Excellent pitch right there. That thing just dropped off the bottom of the table. Really hard to lay off when it looks like a strike. And
it's one of his better curveballs in the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hoff looking to shut the door on the 5th. The 0-2. Oh, that's high in the air left field. Bonenfant may have gotten all of that one, and he does. A 3-run home run.
On an 0-2 fastball in on the hands by Hoff.
And it is a whole new ball game right now, folks. Bonenfant with a 3-run bomb, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and it's 7-6.
That was crushed. Fastball in on the hands. 0-2 pitch, really tough to miss there. Just an accident happened, and Bonenfant made him pay.
Well, we were talking about a run or 2 on the part of Sutter, and they just got 3 with 2 outs. So a new pitcher coming in. Hoff is going to come out, and in to throw is Kurt Bennett. And Hoff a little bit upset about that. He had an 0-2 pitch on Bonenfant. And Bonenfant responds with a bomb. That is his 7th home run of the year to tie Ehlers and Minton for the team lead and make it a 7-6 game.
And that's your number 8 hitter?
Yeah.
That's
wow, pretty incredible.
Sorry, and once again, I'm sorry for laughing at that. The fact that I'm laughing is because your number 8 hitter shouldn't be able to turn on an 0-2 fastball on the hands and put it out of the park.
Well, he just missed at Bonenfant a moment ago on that foul ball, that first one down the left field line, and he got a little bit more of the bat on that one, clearly. Yeah, that went about 370 feet over that left field fence.
Yes, that was just a well batted ball. Good at bat there by Bonenfant, and now this is a whole new ball game.
Absolutely,
here. It's 1-0, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what you could call it. And Yreka fans a little bit more nervous now than they were a moment ago. But you talked about it, Greg, in the last inning. All it takes is a base hit, maybe an error or something, and then a home run, and you're right back in it.
Right back in it.
An infield single, a single to left, and then a 3-run jack over the left field fence.
And in this case, and now you're really in striking distance where you can lose a game with a Texas leaguer, a blue single over the third baseman, and then somebody else comes up. It might be Ehlers or anybody in that lineup, really, and hit a bomb out there, and now they hit a walk-off and win the game.
Well, it'll be Trenton McDaniel who's going to face Bennett first. So the book is actually closed on Hoff.
Hoff.
And so Hoff goes,
75 pitches.
4 2/3 innings for Hoff. And he gives up 6 runs. He still leaves with the lead, so he can't lose the game, but he had a 7-0 lead, and now 7-6.
I'm pretty sure that's what Coach Renfrey was just expressing to his players. Yeah, look, we're down 7-0 at the end of, or at the top of the second. But now let's go ahead and chip away.
Yeah, I know. Lori was talking to me. Easier line.
So with 2 down in the inning, the base is empty. It is McDaniel. McDaniel's going to show bunt, and he's going to foul it off, or did he get hit?
A little bit of both.
I think so. He may have fouled it off himself. McDaniel 0 for 1 in the game. He walked. He's grounded to third, and now he's nursing a bruise. Not a bad idea, though, to try to lay a bunt down on a brand-new pitcher and the third baseman, Cadola, playing back.
Yeah, he was playing back, and actually, after he squared, I looked up. Cadola really hadn't even started moving forward, so he probably would have gotten on if he could have laid it down. But
that ball was way in, though. That was a little bit of self-protection there as well. That ball's low, 1-1. A 7-6 game has given Sutter new life after that 3-run homer by Bonenfant.
Yeah, great game today, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the next 2 innings.
There's strike 2. Bennett gets McDaniel in a hole.
Good pitch on the outside corner.
We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Outfield playing straight away on McDaniel. The pitch. Bounce to the right-hand side. This should be the 3rd out unless it's dropped. Here's the throw. Safe. Schuler bobbles the ball, and McDaniel reaches on the error.
That had a little topspin on it. It was a low and outside pitch, and McDaniel just kind of fought it off and bounced it, and it had a lot of topspin on it. Schuler just had trouble with the transfer from the glove to the hand and fell down, and that was it.
Now the tying runs at first base.
That always goes to show, hey, hustle everything out. You never know what will happen.
Selesky's driven in a run in the game. He's 1 for 3. He shows bunt, then takes high, ball 1. Post to follow if Selesky's able to get aboard. Still 2 outs, but all the runs have scored with 2 outs. All the activities occurred with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. The pitch, here's the bunt, popped in the air, and it's grabbed by Bennett. Nice play. So Yreka will head to the dugout for the top of the 6th inning with the lead, but just barely. They lead at 7-6. We are following the action from the Division II championship game in the northern section right here at Butte College. You're following it on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports.
Play on Sports will have live coverage of the Northern Section Track and Field Finals on Friday, May 24th. You can also watch highlights from the championship of every spring sport in the Northern Section on PlayOnSports.com. Don't forget to check the Play on Sports broadcast schedule page for information on all of our upcoming broadcasts from around the Northern Section and beyond. The spring championships are here, only on PlayOnSports.com.
Folks, we were at every baseball game today. We've got at least highlights or coverage that we're going to put up from every softball game in the northern section today as well. You can follow all the on-demand action later on this evening as games go up online on PlayOnSports.com. See how it all transpired. We got a good one transpiring right now here in this Division II championship, and we've been talking about how Sutter can get back in this game. Well, now they're within a run, Greg, so what does Yreka need to do? Because Cryer has been holding them down ever since he came on after the 7 runs given up in that second inning. He got the last guy out on a strikeout and has scattered 3 hits since.
Yeah, Yreka needs to go back to the basics, back to what they did at the very beginning of the game, working the count, small ball, maybe beat the ball into the ground a little bit at third base again, and get some hoppers over Randy Post's head over there at third.
Well, Post playing in on the grass. The first pitch is going to be outside for ball 1 to Cade Parker. It'll be Parker, Schuler, and Christian Charles. Parker 0 for 3 in the game. He's struck out twice. Cryer has 3 Ks in the game. Parker was one of his victims. Here's a curveball that is going to miss low, and it's 2-0. So a big inning for Yreka.
They need to answer. They need to respond here to what Sutter has just done. And
there's
sorry, I was
Parker.
pausing for the
Parker
call.
taking a strike.
They need to, like I said, they need to answer right here. At least one. That would be nice. 2 if possible. But an answer to what Sutter has done.
This one is going to be on the outside corner for strike 2. Yeah, if Sutter can get out of this and shut Yreka down, that just adds to the momentum that's slowly building on that into that third base dugout. The Sutter side of the field. Here's the 2-2. Oh, and that is in the air towards left, but it's going to go right to Hayden Heilman for the first out of the inning.
Got to be careful with those hanging curveballs.
And the batter will be Michael Schuler. Schuler walked and scored in the second. He's 0 for 2 otherwise. A ground out to short and a pop out to short. Charles to follow. What a great job Lucas Cryer has done since coming on. He's going to go inside for a ball on Schuler.
Oh, I thought that almost got him.
I know, it looked like it. If he's wearing an extra large instead of a large, he's on first base.
At this point, we need base runners anyway, by any means necessary.
This one is low, 2-0. Well, the Yreka crowd would like nothing more than an insurance run or 20, but they'll take one. This one is going to be outside, 3-0. Cryer, no activity in the Sutter bullpen at the moment. Cryer has been pretty darn good. 3 strikeouts, 3 hits, no runs. That one is going to be right down the heart of the plate for a strike. He's gone 3 2/3 innings so far in relief of Trenton McDaniel. This one is going to be fouled away. Someone's got a souvenir over by the football field, which is right next to the baseball field here at Butte College, just down the first base side. Count is now full on Schuler with 1 out, nobody on. And that one is going to be just outside ball 4, and that is the first walk issued by Cryer. Time to be concerned if you're Coach Renfrey.
You might want to just put him on a short leash. You don't want to let all this momentum get away from you. You've put up 2 runs, then 3 runs, and now if you can shut the door and you have a chance to take the lead, you don't want to let that slip away by giving up walks and giving them runners on base.
Well, you're now moving into the dangerous part of the Yreka lineup. Christian Charles already 2 for 3 in the game with an RBI and a run scored. He's going to bounce this one foul, 0-1. And then the other question is, do you put Schuler in motion with your number 3 hitter up there? And good bat control on the part of Charles.
Depends on what school that you come from, once again.
What does the Greg Olivier school say here?
My school says, I would love to say, hey, let's get him in motion. Don't let him get picked off. But get him in motion, have things moving, open up gaps for my number 2 hitter number 3 hitter, who does have good bat control and could put the ball in places. Put the pressure on the defense now.
Cryer has picked a runner off. That's a curveball that's in for a strike. 0-2 on Charles. He actually picked off Charles in the 4th inning after Charles got on with the leadoff single.
Yeah, and that looked like a designed play. It was I'll come set on the rubber and then turn and snap throw over there to first, and just got caught him sleeping.
The outfield is shading Charles to right. Here's the pitch. There goes the runner. The throw down to second base, and in safely with a steal is Schuler, and now he's in scoring position. This is the first runner in scoring position for Yreka since the 3rd inning.
A long time. And that 3rd inning, they had a chance to put up another run. Couldn't get it done. But now, with only 1 out, a lot of possibilities open up.
The 1-2. A big hit Pitch right here to the left side. This is going to be grabbed by the third baseman Post. Long throw. Runner will stay put, and Charles is retired.
Good play by Post to look the runner back. At second, look Schuler back before making that throw. But now up comes the ever-dangerous Gabe Durney.
And you need a big hit from Durney. Durney, a junior. And already in the game, he's walked and scored, but he's struck out and bounced into a fielder's choice. He takes inside ball one. There'd be a good time for his first hit of the game. It would be right now with Schuler at second base.
And give yourself a nice two-run cushion heading into the bottom of the sixth.
And that would be the answer you were looking for right there, Greg. They're shading him to right is Sutter. That pitch is on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1.
Good late movement on that fastball. Came right back over the corner of the plate there.
Cryer comes set, checks Schuler. Bonenfant and McDaniel staying away from him for right now. This pitch is high. 2-1. I wonder if the coach is going to be talking a little bit, keeping an eye on Cryer. You said short leash. He has been very, very good since coming in and has yet to yield a run. The 2-1. Durney is going to look at one low and away. 3-1.
At this point, though, he's also have gotten you into this position to where you can crawl back into the game by shutting down Yreka. So I will give him the rest of this inning and then see how he feels after that as a coach.
The 3-1, this is in the dirt. Nice job blocking the ball, Sanders. And so Durney earns his second walk of the game. Maybe not a bad idea given how dangerous a hitter he is, and you have a base open. But Cody Hoff is now up, and Hoff has reached on an error and scored, drove in a run with a walk, and then singled to right in his last at-bat, and one that Colton Minton didn't really get a good look at, but Hoff did not come around to score. Looking for his second hit of the game right now, 1 for 2. The pitch to the plate, and that is going to catch the outside corner for strike one. 2 down in the inning. Runner at second is Schuler. Runner at first is Durney. Pitch from Cryer up the middle. This is going to be grabbed by Bonenfant, who flips to second base. Here comes the runner from third and the run in. What great base running by Schuler. Bonenfant flipped to McDaniel, who didn't know the ball was coming. And Schuler is going to score, and that is the big insurance run for Yreka.
That's what they needed. Great play, though, by Bonenfant just to get to that ball. It looked like it was going to make it a single up the middle, and he was going to score easy. But Bonenfant happened to glove it, and then he flipped. But McDaniel wasn't looking for it to come on that side. He turned the other way. The flip came on the other side of him. He wasn't looking for the ball.
And here's a fly ball to right center field, and that is going to be caught. Or no, it's going to get by the outfielder, Selesky. And now 1 run is in, and on his way to third base is Yoakum with a triple.
Wow, look at just a change of what's going on.
Wow, exactly.
Yeah, Sutter comes in, scores, gets right back in this game. Yreka enters with the counter punch and scoring three here themselves.
Well, I was going to ask you, Greg. Bonenfant on that play previous to the triple by Yoakum had gone across the bag, and I don't think McDaniel had realized that he had done so and was on his side of the field. But the other question is, was there a play at first base?
I don't know. I think he was just thinking, I got a short throw right here. He would have had to turn his whole body to make it and set that throw because he was running hard too. It would have been a hard throw to make. It might have just been better to not flip it, but then who knows if that triple even happens at that point.
Well, now 3 runs on the board, 3 big runs for Yreka in the top of the 6th inning. Huge triple by Yoakum. Great effort by Selesky. I thought he might have it for a moment, but it got by him. The ball rolled all the way to the wall, and Yoakum hustled into third base. This pitch is outside, and the count now 2-1 on Matt Jesperson, who is 1 for 3 in the game with a run scored.
Still no one up in the bullpen. I thought maybe you might want to get somebody up to close it out, but
Here's the pitch. In the air, popped up, short center field, and it's going to fall for a base hit, and another run is in. A single for Jesperson, an RBI, and it's suddenly a 4-run inning for Yreka.
Well, good answer.
Yeah, no
Yreka.
kidding.
And you needed that if you wanted to continue in this game and to feel comfortable in the game was you had to come back and answer. Sutter came in, scored 5 runs, and now you've come and answered with 4 of your own. So,
and it's an 11-6 game. This was tight a minute ago, and then a fielder's choice, a triple, a single. The batter is Michael Elfkin, who is 1 for 3 with 2 runs batted in.
And now Yreka is back in control of this game now.
Here's a pop-up towards first, and it's going to be caught by Ehlers, but the damage has been done in this inning. 4 runs across for Yreka. They're now up 11-6, and Sutter has got just 6 outs to work with, and a very good pitcher they're facing on the mound right now in Kurt Bennett. You don't want to go anywhere, folks. A lot of action taking place here at Butte College right now. It's the Division II Northern Section Baseball Championships right here on PlayOnSports.com.
You want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here today? Tell your school to sign up for Play on Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Well, now the question is, does Sutter have an answer for this? It'll be Randy Post, Colton Minton, Nathan Ehlers, and then if they can get so far on the order, Hayden Heilman. Certainly guys capable of doing it. Post 1 for 3 on the game. He'll be leading it off.
But you can almost feel the wind a little bit out of Sutter's sails here, giving up a 4 spot in the top of the 6th. That was just rough, and all with 2 outs, too. So
yep.
Those 2-out hits, you know what they say, 2-out hits will get you to heaven.
Is that what it takes?
Yeah,
I didn't realize.
That's what it takes.
Who knew?
But Sutter needs to just bear down. Yeah, you're down by 5, but you can do it. You guys have the capability as hitters, and this is what the coach should be saying. As hitters, you guys can go in there and continue to hit and do what we do. Keep our bats alive. We only need 3 more outs in the field, so let's get in there and make everyone count.
Well, Bennett is going to start low on Post for ball 1. A lot of it's going to be dictated. The mood in the dugout shifts if Post gets on.
Yes.
Because it gives you a little bit of life. So let's see what Post does here. 1-0. He did have an RBI single in his last at-bat. This one's going to catch the outside corner, 1-1. But Bennett looks like he's throwing free and easy out there right now.
Yeah, with a 5-run lead, you just want to go in there, relax, and hit the strike zone, make these guys put the ball in play, and have your defense work for you.
This pitch is going to be in the dirt, 2-1. The pitch is going to be inside, 3-1. You don't want to walk the leadoff batter if you're Kurt Bennett.
No, not at all. That will not be good for you. And it looks like defensively,
Well, here's a ball down to the third baseman, but it's going to go under the glove.
Cody Parker has moved over to third from short.
All right.
I was just about to
Cade
say
Parker.
Cade
Parker now over at shortstop.
And Cody Hoff has moved to shortstop, and Cade Parker is now playing third base.
So Cody Hoff at short, and we've got the single off the glove of Parker to begin the bottom of the 6th inning. And now it is Colton Minton, who's 1 for 3 with a bunt single, and looking for a big hit here. This pitch is going to be low and in, 1-0.
And that's how you want to start it off. Get your leadoff guy on, have him come around. But now instead of trying to get 1 or 2 runs, now you need like 2 or 3 runs here.
At least probably 3 as opposed to 2. You've only got 1 inning left. This one is going to be in for a strike. That looked like a good meat pitch for Minton to swing at, but you could be taking till you get a called strike here if you're Sutter down 5.
Yeah, and making Bennett work on the bump here. But
here's the pitch. That one is going to be a little bit higher than the last, and that'll be ball 2. 2 balls and a strike.
Good eye by Minton there. Once again, when you are a hitter and you see something up around your eye level, you're more enticed to chase it.
The pitch popped foul behind home plate, and the count's even at 2-2. Nathan Ehlers waits on deck.
Something like that.
Well, you'd like to get Ehlers up in a situation with 2 men aboard.
Yes.
Already 1 home run in the game, Bonenfant. He had a 3-run homer last inning. Nobody out, a runner at first is Post. The 2-2 from Bennett is going to be fouled away. Nice job by Minton staying alive. And
yeah, good pitch there by Bennett. Coming in on the hands.
Parker is playing down that third base line and choking the line off there, Greg. Sorry to interrupt you.
No. And I was just going to say, contrary to popular belief, coming in on the hands is a very effective pitch. You won't see a lot of people like to come in because you might miss over the middle of the plate, over the heart of the plate. But if you are able to get that fastball in on the hands, very effective pitch. It's tough to get around as a hitter, especially when you're throwing as hard as Bennett is.
Bennett misses away, and the count is now full on Minton. So a key pitch coming up here. The difference between runners at first and second and 1 out. This one in the air towards center field. Boy, Minton got a lot of that one considering it was just mostly flicking his wrist. I thought that was going to just land in the gap between center and second, and instead Durney to his left makes the play.
Yeah, that was just looks like a fight me off pitch, and he got a really good piece of it.
It went a lot further than I thought it was going to go.
I thought Durney was going to have to come in harder for that ball, and actually he almost stayed still. I didn't realize Minton was that strong. For a flick of the wrist, fly out.
Ehlers 1 for 2, a double. He's been hit by a pitch. And he looks at a beautiful curveball from Bennett for strike 1. 1 out in the inning. Bottom of the 6th. Yreka after a 4-run top half, leading at 11-6. This one a curveball in the dirt. Nice job by Jesperson getting in front of that one, and Post will stay where he is at first base.
Ehlers already 1 for 2 with that double to left field. So good stop, though, by Jesperson to keep Post there at first.
The outfield playing Ehlers to pull. This pitch is on the outside corner. Throw to first base. Jesperson, boy, be very, very awake if you're Randy Post over at first base, because Jefferson will throw behind you. No problem. And he's already gotten one guy retired, Jason Selesky, that way back in the first inning.
Yeah, good strong arm. And that's the difference between a tentative catcher and a very aggressive catcher. Is an aggressive catcher will go ahead and throw that down. Even if they do throw an error out there, they're still going to throw it down. So
the 1-2 pitch bounced up the middle. This could be 2. It's going to be bobbled. Is it going to even be 1? No, and then it's thrown away. And down to second and third go Ehlers and Post, respectively. So the error on the shortstop, Hoff. And there's runners in scoring position with 1 out for Hayden Heilman.
Oh.
Boy, that could have been a double play. Then that could have been the second out of the inning. Then it turned into a bit of a disaster for Yreka.
Yeah, Hoff just took his eyes off that ball. He thought double play. He was looking to flip it up to Schuler at second. And when you take your eyes off that ball, that's when it takes that extra hop, and it just popped out of his glove. After that, tried to rush that throw to first. Rush throw, didn't set his feet. Trying to get Ehlers, who's actually running really hard down the line, too, to avoid being doubled up. Causes an overthrow, and now you got runners in scoring position here.
Heilman, the batter, looks at strike 1. Heilman 1 for 3 on the day. A couple of flyouts to left and a single to left. So heads up Evan Bossinger, who's out and left. 1 down in the inning. The 0-1 in the dirt, and once again, Jesperson in front of that. Jesperson's done a nice job behind the plate today.
Yeah, diving in front of those balls to make sure they don't get back behind to the fence there. Keeping balls alive and even throwing behind people to get outs. Just great overall play for our catcher's play for Jesperson.
Here's the pitch. That is outside, and it's ball 2. Now there is a base available. Sanders on deck. Sanders has 2 hits in the game, and he's grounded into a double play.
You don't want to load the bases. I understand you have a base open, but avoid putting the third runner on, and like you said, one swing of the bat at that point puts you back down by 1.
And Sanders is a guy who certainly can do it. He does have a home run this year. But meanwhile, Heilman is going to look at one low, and it's 3-1.
Yeah, I think he's probably got the take sign all the way here for this pitch. Personally, as a hitter, I would rather have the green light.
Yeah, sure. 3-1?
You might see a nice fastball, just a get-me-over fastball right here. And if you have the green light, you can turn on one and rip it.
Well, let's see what Heilman elects to do here. Bennett to the plate. And it is ball 4. So Heilman lays off, draws a walk. The bases are loaded. The tying run still in the on-deck circle. Matt Sanders coming to the plate. And out to the mound goes head coach Jason Freitas to talk things over with Bennett. Now he's got Bennett available for a lot of innings. He can bring in Tevin Cadola for 3 innings. That's what he's got. And Cadola coming out of the game to be in the bullpen doing a little bit of warming up. That's why you saw Hoff go to short and Parker go to third from short. So Coach Freitas talking it over. How much more of a leash do you give to Bennett here? Another batter, see how he does?
You're almost playing with fire, and it looks like Coach Freitas is going to go ahead and give him another batter at least. And you talked about Tevin Cadola. He pitched a complete game in the win versus Lassen, the 6-0 win for Yreka. So
3-0 this year with a 2.67 ERA, but Bennett is out there right now, and he's dealing with Matt Sanders, an extra base hit, 2 for 3, 2 runs scored. The base is loaded, 1 out. He's also grounded into a double play. He takes strike 1.
Good pitch on the outside corner there. Way to start him off. It's going to be tough for Bennett here. He's got to just regain his composure. You only got 1 out, so maybe roll a double play here to get out of the inning.
The pitch from Bennett. That is going to be just outside. 1-1. This could be the opportunity for Sutter. You know, you can't go into the last inning down 5. You've got to go in with less than that, and ideally within 2 or 1.
Yes, I agree. And you know what? This just shows the resolve of and the good coaching that Sutter has. I said earlier that, the third inning was crucial, and then they didn't score a run. And I was like, the fourth inning is crucial. They put up 2. But
it's all crucial at this point.
But they put themselves back in position to actually do some damage and make this hurt.
Nice job by Jesperson.
Get right back in the game. Even though they're down by 5, they're not out of this game just yet.
And Yreka responded as well very nicely after that 3-run homer by Bonenfant, coming back with 4 of their own, all with 2 outs in the top half of this inning. But now Bennett in a bit of a jam. Bases loaded, 1 out, and 2-1 on Sanders. The pitch. This is bounced towards second. This could be 2. No, it's going to go off of the second baseman, Schuler, and beating it out is Sanders. A run is in.
Such a hard play for the second baseman. He got caught in between hops, and it's a decision to either wait back and maybe get the top spin hop on you or to charge that ball and catch it before it gets to that hop. Unfortunately, got caught in between them. No play at all. Everybody's safe. A run is scored, and we're still in the same position now, except now Sutter's only down by 4.
And the tying run is at the plate, and Lucas Cryer. The pitch is going to be outside for ball 1. So on the error, a run is in, 11-7. Cryer with a single. He's been hit. He's grounded out. He's 1 for 2. And Harris, running in his place, has scored twice.
Yeah, he has a big chance to help out his own cause here. He's still on the mound for Sutter.
And he's looked at a second pitch, ball 2. Cadola waiting in the wings for Yreka.
Bennett already up to 25 pitches this inning. He's throwing a lot. If he makes a mistake here, who knows? It could really be hurting.
This pitch is high, 3-0. And the very dangerous, as we learned in his last at-bat, Brad Bonenfant, waiting on deck.
I wonder if Coach Renfrey just had that planned. I'll just have one of my best hitters in the 8-hole because I know I'm going to be down by 4 heading into the 7th.
This pitch, ball 4. And now the tying run is at first base, and the go-ahead run is at the plate. And the RBI for Cryer on the walk, and making the walk to the mound is Coach Freitas, and Bennett is going to have to come out of this game. And Cadola is going to come in, replacing Bennett. 11-8 is the score. And Brad Bonenfant will be coming to the plate. Bonenfant with a 3-run homer. He has 2 hits in the game, 2 for 2. He has walked. He has scored twice. He's done everything but drive the team bus so far over to the game today, and now he's going to be facing Tevin Cadola.
And this is where it gets tough as a hitter. You've already hit a home run, so you've demonstrated the power. You've demonstrated that if a mistake is made, I got enough power, enough hip rotation to get the ball out of the ballpark. We are down by 3, and I can put us up. The tough part now is to not overswing. Don't press and try to do too much with anything that you're pitched with. Now, Bonenfant's only a junior, so we'll see what he does here. It'll be interesting. But to not press and try too hard in order to hit another home run. If he can just get a good pitch, hit something solid, square it up, and put one in the gap, that's just almost as good as a grand slam. You get at least 2 runs, and now you got runners still in scoring position.
Anything to the outfield, even a sacrifice fly, is going to make it a 2-run ball game. And again, you're now within striking distance like you had hoped to be after this inning.
Right.
So, and you still got a runner in scoring position and another batter behind you.
And that's the goal is to get this run or get the score down to 2, maybe 1, hopefully even tie it. But that is your goal here at Sutter. You need to think of the small things here and execute.
Meanwhile, for Cadola, keep it low. Cadola Jr., Bonenfant a junior. And Bonenfant stepping in. At third base is Hayden Heilman. Matt Sanders is at second base, and Harris once again running for Cryer at first base. 11-8 the score, the tying run at first, the go-ahead run at the plate. 1 down in the inning. Cadola from the stretch is going to miss outside with a curveball, 1-0. Trenton McDaniel waits on deck. And now Jesperson's going to go out to the mound to talk to Cadola and make sure they're on the same page.
It might have crossed him up.
Might have, yep.
And
Let's just review those signals really quickly. 1 is a fastball, 2 is a curve, okay? It's the other way.
And Bonenfant, after that pitch went out and Jesperson went out to talk to Cadola, he turned right to McDaniel and said, hey, this curveball's got a lot of bite. It does drop a lot, so be on the lookout for that.
Here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt. Jesperson does a nice job once again blocking the ball, but it's a hitter's count 2-0 for Bonenfant. And the question for Coach Renfrey down the third base coaching box, you let him swing away. No signals from Renfrey, so Bonenfant on his own right now. If you like it, take a rip at it.
Yeah, you're the hitter here. You're up there. You do what's best for you.
Here's the pitch. Way outside, 3-0.
Well, now if I'm Coach Renfrey, I'm definitely giving him the take sign. You're going to hold off.
I don't even think you need to here. It should be automatic for Bonenfant.
That will make the score 11-9, 2 runs.
And now the tying runs at second base. 3-0, the pitch. Low and outside, ball 4. Bonenfant's driven in his 4th run of the game. Back-to-back walks given up by the Miners. And now the tying run is at second base. Harris is there. Coming in to score Heilman on the walk. And the batter is Trenton McDaniel. And if McDaniel just looked at 4 in a row from the on-deck circle, he better be taken until he gets a called one here.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
I would think if you're a Sutter fan, that's what you want. 0 for 2 with a walk is McDaniel. The first pitch, low and away, ball 1. 11-9 is the score. Tevin Cadola is brought in a tough spot. Bases loaded, 1 out, and told, get us out of this.
Just tough. With only one out, too. It would be different if you just had to make a couple pitches here, but you're almost working from a fresh inning with, runners all loaded
over
up.
the place.
And now you got
Son, find your release point quickly. He does get a strike on McDaniel, the second pitch, and the count is even, 1-1 with one out. The pitch, a curveball, is going to stay up, 2-1. It is a good-looking curveball. It just hasn't found the zone yet.
Yeah, if you can get that through the zone or start it over the heart of the plate as it tails off, that's going to be a tough pitch to handle for the Sutter hitters.
The 2-1 pitch, way outside, 3-1.
It's almost like he's trying too hard to throw that perfect on the black pitch right now.
Well, who else do you have in your bullpen if Cadola can't get it done? We'll see.
That is the question.
3-1, big hitters count coming up for McDaniel. The pitch, ball 4, and it's now a one-run game. Third batter in a row to walk. McDaniel drives in his first. Harris trots home. The tying run is at third base. The go-ahead run is at second, and the batter is Jason Selesky, the ninth hitter of the inning. Selesky 1 for 4.
Just a tough position to be put in for Cadola. But you gotta execute. You gotta throw strikes here. We understand we put you in a tough position, but right now we need you to execute, son, and that's probably what Jesperson went out there to talk to him about.
So we are right back where we were after the fifth inning in a one-run ball game.
Yeah.
Each team is matched with 4 runs, except now Selesky with 1 out and a base hit could give his team their first lead of the game.
Just the counterpunch back from Sutter. I mean, Yreka pretty much hit him right in the mouth. Sutter comes in and scores 4 with the Yreka pitchers unable to find the strike zone right now. And it's making it easier for the hitters. They really don't have to go up there and hit, just stand there right now.
Yeah, you thinking Selesky is taking as well until he gets a strike?
Absolutely, I would.
1-0. That one is going to get the outside corner 1-1. But that's only the second strike that Cadola has thrown since he has come into the game. He's thrown 11 pitches now, and 9 of them have been outside the strike zone. Selesky with a 1-1 count. Setting up outside is Jesperson. Here's the pitch. It's going to come high, 2-1.
Yeah, the outfielders are playing in a little bit, I think they're trying to cut down the run at home to preserve the lead for anything that gets through. But Selesky being very patient up there at the plate.
Well, as he should be. This is 4 walks in the inning already. Just 1 hit in the inning for Sutter. The pitch is low and outside, and it's 3-1. That 1 hit led off the inning. That's Post. He's in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, Cadola, after he released that, he looked into the dugout. I don't know if he was looking for words of encouragement from coach or what, but
the 3-1 pitch. High and away, and Sutter has just tied the ball game as Selesky walks in the tying run. Or walks and forces the tying run in. Nice job, good at-bat by Selesky. Cadola in a bit of trouble, and Freitas out to the mound.
I just pointed to Elfgen.
So that's going to be it for Cadola. As he walks 3, the game is tied. There's still just 1 out in the inning. And now going out to right field is Parker. And coming in will be Elfgen to pitch. So we're getting that all adjusted for you. And then over to third base, Cadola comes back in. And the Yreka crowd is quiet, and the Sutter crowd can't believe what they're seeing either.
I can't blame them either. You put up 4, we'll put up 5. I see your 4, and I raise you 1.
But with only 1 hit in the inning.
That's so tough as a coach and as a fan.
And as a player.
As a player, yeah. And it's not his fault. He doesn't go out there thinking, I'm going to throw 4, I'm going to walk 3 in a row. And he wants to go out there and help his team win. It's just put in such a tough position. And throwing 7 innings earlier in the week, if your arm isn't back and is bounced back, it's really tough.
Well, and Elfgen still in a tough spot as well because he's got the bases loaded still. He's only got 1 out. And he's going to be dealing with the Randy Post. So this inning started with a single by Post, then a flyout by Minton, then an error, walk, walk, and we're tied.
I shake my head just at all the walks, and it's just so hard. And it's hard for everybody, and the players especially on the defensive side. You sprinkle in a walk, and then an error, and that's probably just because it was a lack of concentration. I just saw my pitcher throw 12, 14, or 14 balls in a row, and then all of a sudden somebody hits one at me, and now I got to make a play on it. And it makes it difficult for the outfield or for the fielders too.
Well, and you got to watch the body language of the Miners right now because this game is far from over, as we've clearly has been demonstrated throughout the course of this game. Yeah. And with the bases loaded and one out, you can still get out of this inning, and now you're just tied going into the seventh.
Right, 0-0.
Yeah, so
one inning game.
So nothing has been blown here. As if you're a Yreka Miners player out there, you got to think, look, we're still in this thing. We're just tied now, and Post coming to the plate and. One swing can get you out of this with a double play ball.
Absolutely. Looking to turn that double play right up the middle. But you got to throw strikes. You got to be somewhere around, make him swing, at least an attempt to swing.
So Post to the plate. He is 2 for 4. This is his 5th plate appearance. And the Yreka crowd trying to cheer on their troops here. And here's a fake to second base, and a clever play on the part of Elfkin. Faked the throw, fell down, ball still in his glove, turns to see if he can get anybody else, and he almost got McDaniel, who just dove back into the bag, coming off the bag again.
And, I think he was looking to get Bonifant cheating there a little bit, and actually very good discipline out there by Bonifant. He didn't move at all. Actually, McDaniel was the one that took off. So.
And this first pitch is low to Post. I actually think Bonifant was a little stunned after Elfkin fell down. What's happening? I don't quite follow. And where's the ball? And I'm just going to stay right here until we figure out what's going on. Smart move. The 1-0 pitch. That is going to catch the outside corner, and the count evens at 1-1. A hit here by Post will give Sutter their first lead of the game.
Chip away.
Curveball catches the outside corner against strike 2.
Good pitch.
Well, now Post has to protect and stay out of the double play ball.
Yes, absolutely.
Post calls for time. Double play depth up the middle by Yreka.
Even a fly ball here.
Well, that'll give him the lead. Yep.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch in the dirt. Nice job by Jesperson blocking that. And what confidence you have in your catcher where you can see if you can get the batter fishing and bounce one in there on 1 and 2 with the bases loaded in a tie ball game in a championship in the bottom of the 6th.
That just goes to show how awesome Jesperson has been behind the dish throughout the year.
This is swung on and missed, strike 3. A huge strikeout by Elfkin. And now it is up to Minton.
What a pitch. That was excellent. Fed him a steady diet of off-speed stuff and then just came with a fastball and blew it by him.
Minton, the batter, 1 for 4. His lone hit, a bunt single in the first. Last at-bat flew out to the center fielder, Durney. That last at-bat was the first out of the inning. He flicked his wrists out there on a 2-strike pitch we thought was going to fall in for a base hit, and instead it was a line drive to center.
Right, Minton showing his strength there.
Elfkin, nice job painting the corners, strike 1.
Yeah, and you've said it before, Yreka shouldn't be looking down or feeling dejected like they've lost. You haven't lost yet. You're still
in this game.
You still got an inning.
Jesperson sets up outside. The pitch. In the air, same spot. On it, Durney. Is it going to get over his head? It's in the gap. This could clear the bases. It will clear the bases. Minton is on his way to third. The throw, not in time. And Sutter's got the lead.
Outside fastball on the outer part of the plate, and Minton did what he did with the last one, except this time It wasn't a flick of the wrist. His weight was back, and he transferred it well onto that front foot and drove that ball over Durney's head, over Durney out in center field all the way to the wall.
Sutter has an 8-run inning, and they lead it 14-11, and Nathan Ehlers is up with a runner at third and 2 outs. Ehlers 1 for 3. Here's the pitch in the dirt, blocked by Jesperson. What an inning for Sutter. That hit was just their second hit of the inning.
And you look, and it's just disbelief right now as we continue on.
This is a curveball that's going to drop in for a strike, and the count's at 1-1. Well, never give up if you're Sutter. That's what they've employed since they were down 7-0 in the bottom of the second inning.
And same with Yreka. They should employ the same strategy. Look, we still have another inning. We don't have to put up 8. We just need to put up
3 right now if they can get Ehlers out. The count 2-1. Elfkin looks in for the sign from Jesperson and comes set. Pitching out of the stretch with a runner at third. The pitch is going to miss up, and it's 3-1.
Good eye by Ehlers. Showing a lot of patience up there at the plate.
The pitch. Pop foul behind home plate.
That was a healthy cut.
Yes, it was.
Right there.
3-2 with 2 outs in the inning. 14-11. It's a far cry from the 5-0 Sutter win last year, that's for sure. This has been back and forth, and Sutter just capturing their first lead of the game. The pitch, curveball in the air towards center. Durney's making a run on it and can't get to the ball. A long single for Ehlers, and another run is in.
Tough play. That ball was tailing away from Durney. That's what happens when it comes off the bat of a right-handed batter and is tailing towards right field. It just kept tailing away from him.
And Hayden Heilman, the hitter, 1 for 3. He walked and scored in this 6th inning. And this is the 13th batter in the inning, and the ball is going to get away from Jesperson, who thought Ehlers was starting to run, and on the pass ball, Ehlers goes down to second base. 15-11 is the score. So with Heilman at the plate, the Huskies have matched the number of batters who came to the dish for Yreka in that second inning.
You wanted to shut the door. You wanted it to be down. And actually, just watching right now, I think Ehlers is picking up on the signs and giving the feed into Heilman.
2-0. Good eye there, partner.
That top of the hat, off-speed pitch.
Here's the pitch.
Oh, no, fastball.
In the air, left field, fading on it, going back, and then stopping just short of the warning track is Bossinger for the final out of the inning, but not before 9 runs crossed for the Huskies. They now lead it by 4, 15-11 as we go to the top of the 7th inning, the last chance for the Yreka Miners.
Play on Sports will have live coverage of the Northern Section Track and Field Finals on Friday, May 24th. You can also watch highlights from the championship of every spring sport in the Northern Section on PlayOnSports.com. Don't forget to check the Play on Sports broadcast schedule page for information on all of our upcoming broadcasts from around the Northern Section and beyond. The spring championships are here only on PlayOnSports.com.
It's going to be Bossinger, Parker, and Schuler, 9, 1, and 2, scheduled for Yreka in the top of the 7th inning. 7 runs in the second for Yreka, 4 in the 6th. Sutter, 1 in the second, 2 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th, 9 in the 6th. Does Yreka have 4 runs in them? That is the question. And And Bossinger, 1 for 3 in the game, will start it off against Cryer. And against Cryer, his one hit came against Cryer, who's now out there, having already gone 4 1/3 innings and giving up 4 runs last inning. And now trying to shut the door here and get the win. Bossinger steps in, and the first pitch is popped foul behind home plate and out of play.
Whew, just partner. I couldn't ask for a better last game of the day. Honestly, we've seen a lot of things today. We've seen home plate stolen. We've seen steals of third. We've seen plays at the plate. It's just been an action-packed day, and just to be topped off by this, it was a pleasure to be a part of.
It has certainly not been dull, that's for sure, as this pitch on the second pitch is on the outside corner, strike 2. The 0-2. Up the middle, it's going to take a bounce, grabbed by McDaniel, throw, and he gets Bossinger by a half step. And Bossinger is retired 4-3 for the first out, and Yreka down to their final 2 outs. Cade Parker, the batter, he is 0 for 4. Yreka is going to have to come back from 4 runs down with 1 out. Cryer's first pitch is a curveball in the dirt. Nice dig by Sanders. Keep an eye on Hayden Heilman in left. There's a little bit of sun out there right now in the late afternoon. This one's going to be fouled over the first base dugout, and the count is 1-1.
Good battle up here. Cade Parker, he just needs to stay. Like I said before, it all starts with a hit. I think I said that last inning, and all they got was 1 hit up until that final.
Well, this one's bounced up the middle, and grabbing it but unable to make the throw is McDaniel. If he'd made that play, that would have been phenomenal going away from the play. Instead, it is an infield single, the first of the game, the first hit of the game, I should say, for Cade Parker. He is aboard with 1 out, and the batter is Michael Schuler. Schuler 0 for 2. He has walked twice, scored twice, and stolen a base.
Yeah, good play there by McDaniel just to get glove on that thing and let it trickle up the middle. But good wheel shown by Cade Parker to run that out, run hard.
There's a pitch in the outside corner for strike 1, 0-1. Stay tuned for the PlayOnSports.com postgame show. We will have an interview with our player of the game from whichever team wins, and I'm not calling it yet because it's been back and forth. Just when you think a team is out of it, they get back into it. And Yreka trying to duplicate what Sutter just did to them a moment ago and tie this game up or take the lead. Here's a quick throw over. And back is Parker. I wouldn't be too overly concerned about the runner at first, though. If I'm Cryer, you're playing for outs right now.
Absolutely.
You can give up that run, no problem.
Yeah, worry about that the batter at the plate.
This one's going to be popped foul, and the count is 0-2. Well, the 3-4-5 hitters set to follow. Schuler, if he can get aboard. Now the Sutter fans start to get a little bit nervous because the tying run is now in the on-deck circle. But right now, Schuler in an 0-2 hole. Cryer comes to the plate. This one, nice job by Schuler just getting a piece of it. That ball was very close.
Yeah, you want to, as a hitter, you really need to zone in right now and block everything out, especially down 0-2. Just put the ball into play now, make a good swing, and you don't want to get called out without at least them making a play to get you out.
The pitch, bounce towards short, and actually grabbing it is the pitcher Cryer. He's going to throw, and on the tag, Schuler is retired. Nice job by Ehlers getting the tag on Schuler. For the second out of the inning, over to second base goes Cade Parker. 1-3 on the putout. There are 2 away, and Charles, the batter. Charles, 2 for 4 in the game. He's driven in a run and scored a run. And now he represents the final hope for the Miners.
Yeah, going back to that play, I remember being in Little League being taught that if the first baseman looks like he's coming off the bag to slide and get down so he doesn't have a chance to make that tag on you. If he slides, he's safe because he was all the way up at the top of his jump, at the apex of his jump. There was no way he would have been able to get a tag down on him. Even though it did look like he was safe. It was a close play, bang, bang play. But umpire, that's his call.
First pitch was high. Second pitch popped foul out of play. And the count is 1-1. 2 down. Cryer, despite giving up 4 in the 6th, has done a very, very good job. He's gone 5 innings, given up 4 runs, and he watched his team with just 2 hits in the bottom of the 6th take the lead with a 9-run inning. The delivery way outside, and it's 2-1.
I think he tried to overthrow that last one.
A little bit, trying to get ahead 1-2, and instead missed way outside. Gabe Durney on deck. The pitch. Driven deep, left center field. That's got a lot on it, and it is a 2-run game. A 2-run homer by Charles. Wow. Now it's 15-13.
Good backspin on that ball. He hit it really, really well.
Whoa.
And when I talk about backspin, that's what allows that ball to travel and cut through the wind versus topspin, which will push that ball down. So with the backspin on it, and all it is taking that bat and slicing it down back behind the ball so it catches and just rides the winds out.
Well, Gabe Durney's now got to keep it alive with 2 outs. The pitch from Cryer is going to be in for a strike. Durney has yet to get a hit in the game. He's reached on a fielder's choice and struck out 0 for 2. He's also walked twice and scored twice.
Good job by Cryer to settle down and come back with a first pitch strike right there.
This one's grounded to third. This could do it. Long throw from Post. No, I don't think they got him. The ball pulled Ehlers off the bag, and Durney with enough foot speed to beat that out. And now the tying run is at the plate in Cody Hoff. And timeout called is heading out to the mound to talk it over is Ray Arata. I think Arata's just out there to settle him down. I mean, that ball was hit, but right to the third baseman, and Post just couldn't get the throw on line.
And that brings up the tying run.
Hoff has driven in 2, 1 with a fielder's choice, 1 with a walk. He's scored twice. He's reached on an error. He's also singled. 1 for 3. And he represents the tying run in the top of the 7th inning. A 2-run homer by Christian Charles, and then Gabe Durney legs out 1 to first base. Here's the pitch from Cryer. Curveball is going to be bounced foul behind home plate. Nice job by Sanders bouncing on that one, and it's an 0-1 count on Cody Hoff. Hoff has a chance to, it's going to take a lot, but he's got a chance to erase that second inning with 1 swing of the bat. Hoff has 2 home runs this year. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low and away, 1-1. Great hustle by Gabe Durney getting down the line on that last play. He's got a short lead at first.
Yeah, and you're just making that difficult for Post. Post had to come set and fire real fast.
Cryer gets a strike on the outside corner, and now Hoff is down to his final strike.
That's a very good pitch there.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Hoff trying to keep it alive. Cryer trying to end what has been a very wild Division II championship game.
To say the least.
2-run game. The pitch. Bounce towards the right-hand side, and it's going to bounce foul. That might have been ball 2, but Hoff not taking any chances with 2 strikes in the top half of the 7th inning. The outfield is shading Hoff to right. Selesky almost in right center.
Yeah, way right. They don't expect him to pull the ball at all. So.
Infield straight up.
Sets up on the outside again, though.
Here's the pitch from Cryer. Swung on and missed, strike three, and Sutter comes from behind to win it 15-13 and defend their title in a crazy game here in Division II.
Amazing effort there. And it was a team effort there by Sutter. Great job by Cryer coming on and quelling the storm. And then a great job there by the hitters for Sutter to not give up. Yreka tried to stay strong. They even scored two more here in the top of the seventh. But at the end of the day, it was just too much for them.
Well, they had the opportunity with a tying run at the plate, but Sutter wins the ball game 15-13. Folks, we're going to step away here on PlayOnSports.com, select our player of the game, and then come back with the PlayOnSports.com post-game show after the awards ceremony. Again, your final score. Sutter, the defending Division II champion, repeats with a 15-13 win over the Yreka Miners. Back with more in just a few moments, folks. Please stay with us.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect.
Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP. We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect.
Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to try to dictate to you what you're going to do on both offense and defense. We're going to come at you.
One shot at this.
Now it's time to put the hats on and go get some work done.
They're all going to look to make a statement early.
Match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to try to dictate to you what you're going to do on both offense and defense. We're going to come at you.
One shot at this.
Now it's time to put the hats on and go get some work done.
They're all going to look to make a statement early.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect.
Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP. We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect.
Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff. All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff. All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff. All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff. All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff. All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
Back here on the PlayOnSports.com postgame show, and I'm joined by a very elated Colton Minton, who had the go-ahead triple, clearing the bases, and Sutter coming away with a 15-13 wild victory in this Division II championship game. It was an amazing experience for us to watch this up here in the booth. What was it like on the field as you guys were going through this?
It was probably the craziest baseball game I've ever been a part of. You know, going down 7-0 early, it's just like, I don't know. We had confidence the whole time, though, because we score runs. We hit the ball. That's what we do. You just got to get confidence in yourself and keep it, and that's what we did. It worked out.
What was it like on the field during that second inning when all the runs are being scored, the balls are bouncing over people's heads, guys aren't making plays the way they normally do? Is it easy to think, maybe this just isn't our day?
I mean, yeah, it is, but you got 7 innings of baseball for a reason. I mean, 2 innings, 1 inning, 1 bad inning doesn't ruin you. So we just kept it going, and look what happened in the end.
Yeah, and in the 6th inning in particular, until your hit was only the second hit of the inning for your team. On 1 hit, and you guys had come back to tie the ball game at that point. As you're watching this unfold in the dugout and you're getting ready to hit, what's going through your mind? What are you thinking as you're watching this?
It's crazy. I mean, we got a game plan at the beginning of the 6th inning, and our coach, Mark Renfrey, he said, take a pitch. We need base runners. So we started taking pitches. They walked us, and we took advantage of their mistakes, like they took advantage of ours early in the game, and it ended up hurting them.
Did you ever feel comfortable at any point in the game, or
No.
even in that last inning when they got that 2-run homer, but still the tying runs at the plate? Were you ever at a point where like, hey, we've got this now?
I'd say the last inning I was confident. Even after that home run, I mean, I got faith in Lucas. I have faith in Lucas. He's a great pitcher. I mean, he's a great kid, big pitcher, one of my good friends. We're all just like a team out here, and I got confidence. I have confidence in everybody on the team.
How big was it, Lucas Cryer coming in and really shutting the door after that 7th inning and keeping you guys in the ball game or close within striking distance?
Priceless. I mean, it kept us in the game.
How big for you guys as well, now defending your title and the way you defended your title here today?
That means everything to us. We want to be out there. We want to be known as one of the best athletic classes to ever go through Sutter High School. And I think we've made our mark today.
Well, you certainly have added to that trophy case, certainly at Sutter High School. Their 29th win of the year, and it happens in spectacular fashion. Colton Minton, the game-winning hit, as it turns out. He's our PlayOnSports.com player of the game. Congratulations once again, and thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll be back, wrapping up here on the postgame show in just a few moments, folks. Please stay with us.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com.
Back here on PlayOnSports.com, Jeff Kurtz rejoined by my broadcast partner, Greg Olivier. Greg, what a way to culminate a day. 3 games of baseball, and it happens like that. Sutter down 7-0 in the second, comes back to win 15-13.
I can't keep the smile off my face. It was just such an enjoyable game to watch. It was, are they going to be able to come back? They have the hitting, but can they do it? And they just prevailed in the end.
And even Yreka had a chance with the tying run at the plate in that last half of the inning. It would have been very easy for them to dial it in at that point and say, well, we just couldn't get it done today, but they still had a shot late.
Right, and we can't get over the hump, the mental thing. They've come and punched us in the mouth, and they did answer, hit a 2-run home run to put them within 2, had a tie run up at the plate, just couldn't execute in the final at-bat.
Well, congratulations to all the teams who got here to this championship game. It takes a lot, and the season starts all the way back. The snow is still melting in some spots, but champions today, Maxwell, great win, Calusa, great win, and Yreka falls to Sutter, and Sutter comes back with topping it off with the best win of the day, a 15-13 win. I'd like to thank everyone here on PlayOnSports.com who made today's broadcast possible. Our cameraman's been Jason Devine. Jarrett Wright has been our producer. For my broadcast partner, Greg Olivier, I am Jeff Kurtz saying so long from the northern section. You've been following baseball here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. Good night, everybody.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're going to come at you.
One shot.